Match day 10 of 38. Today's Premier League results. Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club. Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
I thought Chelsea had turned the corner. I thought Chelsea Football Club had turned the corner when they were playing when they drew with Arsenal. But my Lord, what happened today? Chelsea Football Club is back to regular settings. Today, Chelsea Football Club conceded 2 goals versus Brentford. Hear me out now. Brentford has beat Man United before, but this is at Chelsea's ground. This is at Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge is burning down, burning down, burning down. Stamford Bridge is burning down. We must see Frank Lampard, you know. Boy, I need to ask Chelsea then what is going on over there, because we all thought Maurizio Pochettino was gonna cook, but my Lord, Poch. Maurizio Pochettino, the kitchen is not smelling good, Poch. It is definitely not smelling good at all. Todd Bowley's gonna have to spend some more money in January. That's a picture representing how, you know, we see Maurizio Pochettino, because right now it's not looking good. It's funny because, you know, right after the Arsenal draw, like the Arsenal game, it almost like Chelsea just shot themselves in the foot with Sanchez making a mistake. And then the second goal was a little bit more brilliant. It wasn't like a howler. But Brentford, man. Brentford. No disrespect to Brentford, but yo. I cannot believe, I never expected it. Anyway, big up to everybody that's tuned in right now. Happy Saturday to you. This is not even one of those Premier League streams. Today we're here gathered to watch the man himself. The man who celebrates like this. Jude Bellingham is playing today. And this is actually a chance for Jude Bellingham to elevate his status. Like, you know, we all know that he's had a very, 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 very beautiful start to his Real Madrid career, you know, and sometimes, you know, when you're talented and go to Real Madrid, it doesn't work out. Eden Hazard can tell you that.
Oh my God.
Eden Hazard can look at you and say, man,
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But with Jude Bellingham, he got in and just didn't even need time to settle. He just started ticking, and that's something that you have to respect and say, today is your chance, Jude, to make yourself even in the conversation of world class, like the people that are taking the mantle from the big 2 goats that we're seeing, you know, in reaching the end of their careers. Messi is about to get his Ballon d'Or, and then from there, you know, I don't think he's going to get another one after that. That's it. You know, as soon as Messi gets that accolade, I think that is like the final moment when the chapter is closing. Mark in the building says world class is too soon for Jude. Well, I mean, but he's on the way. He started, the conversation has to start beginning, and like, we're not afraid to say, when you see potential and you see the trajectory, you see the abundance of talent that the kid has, let us see if he can continue like this. And this is the first big hurdle for Jude Bellingham to kind of keep going. Because if he can make, you know, like score a goal again or have an assist or be very important in this game, then, you know, you can assume that he's going to continue that even in the Champions League, and help Real Madrid go very far. But Mark says, I'm not impressed. Talk to me after 2 seasons, fam, before you can start talking world class. Fair play to you, Mark. Fair play, fair opinion right there. Poe says, hey, hey. Referring to the Chelsea circus. The Chelsea Football Club is no more a football. It's a nightclub. Kenny Fan TV in the building says, like the thing, people, let's do it. Yo, Kenny, anybody that want to join in, by the way, I'm just going to put the link in the chat. Shay, I see Shay in the house. If you want to join in, we are watching El Clasico, Shay. I know Arsenal is playing, but I expect you to beat the Blades. Come on now. You are at home. You have to win. No excuses. No excuses at all. But anyway, what I was going to say is this El Clasico game, it's almost starting to get to that level for me personally. I'll speak about from my point of view. Like, you know, I used to watch every El Clasico, especially when we had Ronaldo and Messi just pushing each other. You know, that was these like lots of historic El Clasicos that I look back on and say, man, those guys gave us like entertainment, you know. So I'm appreciative when I think about this game in that way. But by the way, Barcelona has got this. We'll talk about the Barcelona kid in a second, but Real Malden in the building. Today we stand with you, Real Malden. Today, Real Malden is always supporting Manchester United. When he's at heart, he's more Real Madrid first, and then Man United, I think, is your second team by association, right? But big up to you, Real Malden. Today we're supporting. I feel like going back to my watchings of El Clasico, right? Like, I love the way Barcelona play. I love the football that they play. Honestly, it's remarkable to watch. But I love it when Real Madrid win. It's just the way I am with this, you know, Barcelona Real Madrid situation. I don't know. Where are you? If you're watching right now about El Clasico, let me know if you want Real Madrid to win or if you're predicting that it's going to be Barcelona win. What is your prediction this Saturday morning? By the way, this is the longest intro. I was supposed to just say real quick intro before we kick off. Make sure you hit the like button, get the stuff out the way so we can relax. Bruno Real Malden says, I got my liking. I'm ready to go. Let's go. This is going to be exciting. Real Malden, what's your prediction, by the way? What is your prediction? And shout out to Mark in the building. Mark, what's good, fam?
Chilling, my bro. What's good?
Yes, the sound is good. The sound is there. We're chilling. Man, let's go. Do you have a dog in this fight?
No, I have no dog in this fight, bro. But if I had to support a team, I'd say we have a close relationship with Real Madrid. So I'd have to back the boys in white.
You have to be with the Los Blancos. I hear you, man. Big up to that, bro. But it's kind of crazy because, like, I also feel like Barcelona, you know, they've knocked us out of the Champions League in very historic moments, you know, and I just don't like them like that. But I'm a fan of the tiki taka, man.
I'm not, you know. The tiki-taka, man, I think it's nice when Brazil does it, when Portugal do it. You know, I think it's nice when the Barcelona tiki-taka is not for me. It's not all tiki-taka. You know, now it's a little bit more less tiki-taka. You know, it was back then. You know what I mean? So the Barcelona tiki-taka is like. I'm like, yeah, that was like some years ago. You know what I mean? But like, I still think it's a good style. I just think that the systems are changing. The way they use the different styles now are changing. You know, progressing with the footballers now, it's more fast. It's not like slow. You know what I mean? Less spaces. It's more like technical and you know what I mean? But the different styles is always good to see different teams play different styles, but play good football. You know what I mean?
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Talking about the football we're going to see today. By the way, let me know your score prediction. Let me know who you think is going to win because the lineup is interesting, bro. Look at this. Look at the lineup. Like it's Barcelona versus Real Madrid, guys. It's looking like an imbalanced team because the Barcelona team is so young. Like it's really like it's looking like honestly on paper the experience the chemistry that's already there with the Real Madrid team, they're already the favorites, going into this. But Xavi has pulled up with a very, very young team. Let's go ahead and actually just read the lineup before kick off real quick. So obviously in goal for Barcelona, they stay Stegen, Martinez and Christensen as the two center backs, Balde and Araujo as the full backs, and then Gavi, Gundogan, and Lopez in the middle, and then Torres and Cancelo and Felix. Wow, Cancelo is playing in an advanced position on the. What is Xavi cooking? Hey.
You know, Cancelo was a right winger, right?
No, yeah. I definitely know he's got amazing attacking output. So, but it's just this is gonna be interesting to watch. For Real Madrid, it's Kepa in goal, Alaba and Rudiger as the center backs, Carvajal and Mendy as the full backs, Tchouaméni, Cruz, Valverde, Bellingham in the middle, and then Rodrigo and Vinny as the front two. So let's go. We've kicked off 20 seconds into the game already.
Yeah, let me put the game on.
This is so I'm going with a Real Madrid win. I feel like there's gonna be lots of goals. Maybe even like 4-2. This is El Clasico. It's going to be interesting. Real Melden went with a 3-2 Madrid. What is your prediction?
I'll go with the 3-2 Madrid as well.
Okay.
I think Barcelona will create chances. I think they might score. I think they might score first, but I think Madrid will be the stronger team in the game.
We will be there. We are here. Let's go. What is your prediction? Put in your prediction. If you're just tuning in, big up to you. Happy Saturday. Vinicius came close. If he could have controlled that ball, controlled how he hit that ball, it could have been better. But let's go. Xavi is interesting. Mark, I was talking with my buddy the other day, and we said somebody needs to like really beat Xavi and send him back, get him out of coaching so that he goes to MLS and play with Messi and Busquets because, he still looks fit. He looks like he's still got something to offer,
Possibly.
Yeah, man, he can definitely play in MLS. He can definitely play in MLS and give us some good moments,
Some good moments, right?
Yeah. That's like he can be an ambassador for the game, like definitely dribble, he's definitely the passing, he still got it, the touch, he still has it, he doesn't really need pace. Yeah, I think Xavi can still Xavi's like just like Busquets, them guys are just their roles is like they don't really rely on pace per se, It's like
you see what Ronaldo used to do to Busquets.
Yeah. But I'm not saying they can compete at the high level. They still can go to Saudi Arabia and boss it a little bit, or MLS. The man of the hour, Jude Bellingham, nearly created something right there. Wow. Big shout out to Munch. I'm at 3 minutes, 10 seconds.
What?
Where are you at?
4 minutes 40.
What? Hold on. You're in the future, fam. What? No. We gonna have to. I might address this at halftime. I'm afraid if I might miss something if I try and like get a faster connection. Manj, big up to you. Manj says Chelsea, hold that. Winning against Brentford at home isn't for everyone. Yo, the lion has left the Chelsea logo, guys. Today, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's gonna be a long day for our fellow Chelsea friends.
Barca score
Mark,
1-0. Gundogan.
no, get out of here, fam.
I'm telling you, Gundogan score 1-0.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to pause and like you're so much into the future. You have to like we have to synchronize. Now I'm at 5 minutes. This guy, you're gonna tell me like, look. This is how Chelsea fans were before the Brentford game. Munch. All right. This is how they were jubilant. And then after the game, oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen, Sashim is in the building too. What's up, Sashim?
Yo, how are you guys? How are you? Chelsea
Good.
Dan, hold that.
Hold that,
Chelsea
Chelsea
Dan.
Dan.
Hold that.
Oh Lord, this is gonna be a
This
tough day
is,
for Chelsea.
bro, Chelsea fans, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Bro, you know, I'm now watching that goal again. If it was in England, they'd have disallowed it because the ball roll up his chest and touch his hand. It roll up his chest and touch his hand, and then box back down.
Gundogan, man, that was wow. Real Malden, sorry.
I can't believe,
Damn.
bro, Chelsea spent 1 billion to stay behind West Ham United, bro.
Oh. I bet Todd Bowley does not believe his luck. Like, what the hell is going on?
Bro, I don't think it have anything to do with luck, you know.
This Nicholas Jackson guy, bro. These Chelsea fans thinking they just thought like he's going to be the next Diego Drogba. What happened now?
What happened now? Bro, that's Sashif, that's crazy. That's crazy. Damn, the way this ball just like Gundogan, did he get lucky or like it was just
The
bad?
ball hit his hand. When it roll up his chest, it touch his hand and drop in front of him.
Really? I don't see that though. It's like I guess the angle that I saw just didn't show it. Well, Spotify FC is 1-0 up, by the way. Yo. Wow.
Can he go on?
Yeah, Kenny said take care. He's out. He was just coming in to troll Chelsea Dan, you know.
Kenny is trouble enough.
He's shameless like that. Wow. So what's your clock now? Bro, I'm now at 7:50.
7:50, hold on. 9:12.
No, man, that's wrong. That is wrong. And I accept like a 15 second delay, but this one feels like 15 minutes. I gotta address this. Give me a moment. I need to send ESPN. They need to refund me. This is like ESPN Live, bro. A paid, subscription.
Yeah, but you have to remember ESPN is our American network, right?
Yeah.
So it taken they will just so they're not necessarily gonna have the same infrastructure in Europe to pull they'll piggyback on somebody else's stream. But you have to remember that stream will come in a different language.
Man, don't tell me infrastructure when you have the infrastructure to take money out my bank account. Like that's that's unacceptable.
Best way I could explain it, in London, it used to, how it have O2, Vodafone, and all those different networks, telecom and thing. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Like this picture it like this. Picture it like Vodafone, O2, Nextel, New Gen, whatever, T-Mobile, whatever. All of them using the framework built by telecom.
Okay.
So telecom providing you internet, right? And
Yeah.
every single other company, whether they're providing it cheap or not, they use it. Their infrastructure is piggybacking off a telecom infrastructure. So if telecom has an overload, their customers is get priority. What's happened to the other customers from all the other networks?
Yeah. I hear
That's
you.
and that's how it is in London.
All right. Damn. Why do you
Like
think of this? Go ahead.
the Barcelona game.
The
I
kit.
think the Barcelona, the kit, bro. Barcelona kit is always like, bro. It's like one of those kits. It's like Man United red kit, Like I don't really like this season red kit because I don't like how the black they have this kind of design in the red. I don't like it because I feel like it look kind of Coskel away, like kind of real artificial, like. But Barcelona and like Madrid, if you look at their kits, it don't really change. You know why? They might change the alternate kit, but the main kit does never really change much. It's like a
Iconic.
matter,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a matter like they don't care about fashion. All kits is selling year in year out. It could look like the colors just a little bit brighter today than it was last season, but that's all kit deal with it. And like
Yeah.
United was more like that under Ferguson for like, if you notice when we went from Aeon, from AIG to Aeon, the only thing changed
Yeah.
was the symbol.
True.
Even with Chevrolet, I hated that Chevrolet
True.
kit. It was the worst kit ever, bro. Like I
Yeah.
hated having that Chevrolet on my chest, bro. Swear. For real, I've been real. Like I might like the Camaro and thing as a car, right? But like,
Yeah. But
bro,
you know what?
bro, like you don't know now. Like I didn't want to buy any kits when Chevrolet was our sponsor, bro. Like all the kits I have with the Chevrolet logo was a gift because I would never buy it, bro. Because I just it used to just be like a haunting memory that we own by Americans who do, and not good Americans, but Americans who
Yeah.
don't even know the rules of this game. What is the purpose of the game?
I hear you,
That's what
brother.
always crushed me with that.
I hear you.
What do you think about the Madrid kit? Because for me, the white kit don't really change too much, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just like that. The moment you said that, I was like, he's so right. I do not remember like, a major shift. The colors always stay the same. It's like they settled on this aesthetic and then they're like, this is, and it's iconic, you'll never like, mistake them for anything else. And I like that. I like that.
it's changed in those actual kits. If you hold up the Barcelona kits over the years,
Maybe a
is the line.
stripe or
The
something
lines in
changes.
between, you see the color, the lining in between the stripes,
Yeah,
that's all that is
yeah.
changed.
Maybe they
Like
change
it
like
go
the
from
font a
gold to
little
black
bit.
to white to
Yeah.
blue to a different red or something, but it is
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing that's changed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like the Barcelona kit, it's just I just don't like Barcelona.
I hear you. Real Malden says, I lived in Madrid as a kid, so legit home. Oh, word. But now I have a menu family with my brother, Mr. Bots, and everyone here. Yes. Yes, sir. Big up to you, Real Malden.
Big up, big up.
Yes. Oh, and there's Felix cooking. Whatever they gave Joao Felix at Real Madrid at Barcelona, it's working. It's working. He's looking like a totally different player this season. You know?
Let me tell you something, right? When a player is a fan of your club from the childhood, it's showing the play. It's show. Like like this is why I question people when they say to me, Marcus Rashford is academy.
Oh, they hit the post. Barca hit the post. It was almost 2-0 Barcelona. Wow.
You catch right up, bro.
Say what?
You catch up.
I don't know. Maybe did you just see that chance as well? Oh, okay. Maybe they heard my threat. I was like, I was about to take my money back from ESPN. They hit the post. Wow. But yeah, I hear you about the thing is like if somebody like really, now Mason Mount said he always admired United as a kid. He hasn't shown it yet.
Oh my God, Papi. Oh my God. We're talking about footballers and this man open up his mouth and say Mason Mount. No offense, Papi. No offense. I love enthusiasm, you know what I mean? I just would like to know what football fans, what Mason Mount has done that impressed them so much. Because I've seen him at Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think he's that good. I think he's okay. I think he has good moments. But bro, like Pedro,
it's the potential. Here's the
25,
thing.
bro. Like, come on, like tell me potential when we're talking about somebody like 19, 20, 21, maybe even 22. But when you hit 25, bro, your body kind of finish growing to an extent. Your potential kind of about to peak. So it doesn't really have much more to go. And I've been honest, as a football fan, he's never done anything for me to say, well, bro, this guy could be world class. He scored a goal in Champions League, but like, bro, how many players does do that? Like this youth man who scored who scored against Man City in the first 25 minutes of the game, deserve more praise. Because it's Man City, the club everybody's saying is the best club in the world. He playing for nobody. Young boys, where? You know what I mean? I understand Mason Mount talented. I'm not saying he's not talented, but my biggest gripe is the number 7 on his back, bro. As a football fan.
That he shot himself in the foot by requesting that. Like, while he should have, it's even more like pressure, right? Right. But here's the thing. As a player, like fine, you're saying he's close to like reaching his peak if he's not yet there already. He like under Ten Hag, he represents a player that like Ten Hag really wanted in terms of like I remember Ten Hag saying transition football. He wants to make us the best transition team in the world. And I was like, okay, that's his goal. So, it makes sense so that, all right, he gets somebody who is, there if you're trying to play like a 4-3-3 type of formation, Mason Mount is one of those people who can be like, in between the spaces, he's just like one of those like in between the lines type of player that has this high tenacity, high work rate, the long shot. He's got the like, you could say he's good too with the pressing. You can say he's actually, he can like be a nuisance to opposition whenever they're trying to build up. And that's what Ten Hag saw.
What's his best position?
For me, I think his best position is a 10, to be honest, But
what statistics he have that he create anything? He don't get assists like in abundance. He don't have chance creation statistics that prove that he's good in a 10. A 10 is the most creative player on the field.
Yeah,
That's the
he
man
is
who's control.
creative. You can't say
No,
Mason Mount lacks
bro,
creativity.
listen. I understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he can't create. I'm saying that his creation statistics over his period of his career at Chelsea, right, is no better than Fred. Actually, I would say Fred creation, chance creation is like on another level to his. Right, he's a good player.
Okay,
I
no,
think his
no.
best position is off the wing, and that's just my all his best games for Chelsea. He was playing on the wing. So when you tell me, and he wasn't racking up assists, he was scoring goals because he was cutting in and scoring. Yeah, he press high, he energetic and stuff. I understand that. But when you were any mercurial number of a football team, you had to literally be the best player, bro. Like Ronaldo, hands down, is the best player. Like when Cavani was wearing his shirt, he could say he was the best player of the team. When and Valencia was wearing the number 7, bro. Valencia was putting in dropping nines out of 10 every game. You guaranteed Valencia going to score or get assists. He was just that much. You know what I mean? Like, so when you tell me he shoot himself in the foot, I don't think he shoot himself in the foot. I think he put a time stamp on his career at Manchester United, because you cannot be wearing the number 7 and be that shit, in my opinion. And I being real honest, like I given him time to come in the team. But when I see him, he presses high. He has the most chances, the most chance opportunities in the team at the start of the season, and he played the least games, right? What he do with the chances? Nothing. Okay. So
Bro,
my thing is like I don't see him being a creator in the team. I see him being like somebody who offers high pressing and picking up a chance, and supposedly was supposed to score that chance when he pick it up, because he's that kind of player. He will arrive to the box, you know. So I would like to see that from him. But at the same time, it's like if I was to say, according to the system from Ajax, if he's a Ten Hag system player, I would say possibly. But at the same time, like if somebody tell me Ten Hag was obsessed with Mason Mount, I would never believe that, because if he was obsessed with Mason Mount, he would have tried to get Mason Mount last season. He obsessed with Frankie De Jong. We could put hands down on that. Everybody know that.
Yeah. No. I agree with you. I feel like it's one of those things where Ten Hag found himself in a problem, and then he's like, "Well, how do we solve this problem? All right, we need some players that are good in transition football. Which players? If you're gonna list like 10 players in the Premier League that were more or less available this transfer window, that can play really good transition football, Mason Mount has to be in the 10 players that you mentioned, and that you have to look at. So I feel like, that, and you've mentioned him on the right wing, the tactical flexibility that he brings. Just got something, just say, look at this, Mark. If we know Bruno is usually, not injury prone, right? He's usually available, but he's also a person. At some point, something might happen to Bruno, and then from there, like, now that's when you're actually going to see Mason Mount starting to figure out his creativity with the rest of the team, if that ever happens. But if Bruno ever gets injured, because that role will now be up to Eriksen and Mount, so he still has like something to offer. I believe, hey man, Xavi's furious asking for this yellow card. So he has something like that like I feel like Ten Hag can develop, and it's just a matter of time, and there has to be some conditions that have to happen for Mason Mount to actually flourish. But he has the timestamp. You said it, is the number 7 shirt. He's even putting a little bit of a faster tick on the timestamp, because you can't have a number 7 that's underperforming for 2 seasons. You have to do something, So he has this season to try and settle in, and then I think next season we really know if Mason Mount is a good fit or not, from my point of view. It's just like now this is Antony's do or die season. It's like, bro, you've had a moment to settle,
I wouldn't say that though. Like I think that's two different prospects. I wouldn't conflate Anthony with Mason Mount, because at the same time, Antony is a right winger. One, the price tag is not his problem. So anybody who tell him he's 90 M's, I'll turn around and tell them, how much money they spend on a weekend deals that they don't get nothing from other than talk. You know what I mean? It's the same principle. You still can't handle with the kill, right? So Antony, from the base side, he getting 2 seasons anyway to bed into the team. That's a fact, right? That's how the Jack Grealish, I would say it again. Calvin Phillips didn't play 14 minutes and cost 55 million. Played 14 minutes all season 23. So at the same time, when they could say we are Man United, he playing on the wing, whatever, fans give Marcus Rashford 8 years, right? So any Manchester United fan coming to tell me about Antony right now, I telling them there's a hypocrite.
No, but Marcus Rashford is an academy kid, is a different one.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. That don't benefit in the football club. I'm being honest, like that don't benefit Manchester United. What Mason Greenwood is an academy graduate. He's a better talent than Marcus Rashford. And we could close our eyes and know the only reason Saka is playing for England now is because Mason Greenwood had that situation. Saka never played an attacking for England a day until Mason Greenwood was banned from football last February. Not last February, last year February, right? So when I tell people Saka biggest thing about him is that he get a chance and he take his chance. Because he would have forever lived in the shadow of Mason Greenwood. And if everybody say who's better, Saka or Rashford, Mason Greenwood better than both of them. If he had the chance to develop that season without being in this situation, right? Mason Greenwood would be 10 times the footballer Rashford is already. Everybody can see it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I understand. I understand. Marcus Rashford had a good season 4 years ago. You know what I mean? He scored 17 goals, had 10 assists. The season before he was 11 goals, 2 assists. The season before that he was 9 goals, 7 assists. The season after that he was 9 goals, 3 assists. The season after that was another 8 goals, 6 assists. You know what I mean? There's an academy graduate that grew every year. We say, bro, he's going to turn it up this year. He's going to get better. This manager can't use him well, so we sack this manager. This manager come in, he go get the best out of him. He show up good, then it's like last season for me I was dreading something like that happening. Because in my mind, something like that happening will permanently make that situation for us. Permanent. The worst thing we do was not sell him to PSG, and I will always say that. Because if we had sold him, listen, bro.
Yeah, no, we should have cashed in.
Bro, if we had this fellow who's played for Villa, what's his name? James? Yeah. Is James or whatever or something like
that? The one for Aston Villa, you said?
Yeah, he's playing on the wing. Jacob Ramsey.
Oh, Jacob Ramsey, yeah.
If he was our left winger, we in the top. We in the top 3 for points this season. I'm telling you, Jacob Ramsey, Haaland will be on probably 7 goals already this season in the Premier League alone. Because you see, these are wingers who create. Wingers who create for the striker. These are wingers who create for the team. And we don't need a star winger who scores goals. We need a star winger who create goals and will score the chances when he don't have available options. We have the opposite of Marcus Rashford. People would like to conflate Marcus Rashford with Antony because people believe that he don't have a right foot. But we didn't have a striker last season. So last season, Anthony Martial is not a striker who can win balls in the air. Marcus Rashford does not win balls in the air. It's a fact. He jumps with his eyes closed. So we could never be complaining about Anthony putting balls in the box because we have nobody to feed onto that last season, right?
Last season, yes.
Yeah, it's a myth, right? So this season, Anthony played the least games of all of our attackers, right? Because of his situation, right? He was dealing with a whole dramatic mental situation, being accused of something heinous, and then, the whole world, people probably sending death threats somewhere, but no one cares, right? But no one, I'm saying that because people always jumping on his back today. He played 2 games, 25 minutes and 60 minutes, and everybody's saying, Antony. But Marcus Rashford for the last 11 games was shit. No other way of saying that he was shit, right? And he playing 90 minutes week in, week out. But we jumping on Antony case because you know why? He's not an academy graduate. But he's a Manchester United player. So what we doing? We supporting Manchester United or we supporting, English players in Manchester United? Because nobody does seem to talk about the fact that as soon as Jadon Sancho get whatever happened, Marcus Rashford just seems he not interested in football. Everybody making excuses that, he must be not feeling this or, this and that and the other and, Ten Hag this and, bro, like, I am of the firm opinion if Ten Hag doesn't bench this dude, he's going to get himself in a problem. And it's because this dude, he can't be trusted. I don't care how he feels. I being real honest, he getting 375K a week. I don't care how you feel, bro. When you come on that field, if you're not scoring goals, then better you pack up and find somewhere you could go and feel happy. Because you're not doing it. And I would say that for any player in Manchester United. But I'm not going to be here and sit down here and say, well, look, I didn't give Marcus Rashford 5 seasons to get better. I'm not going to jump on Antony case because that's his first season at the club. And, well, the team not functioning amazingly. So it's kind of tough to give him that kind of say, well, oh, he only have 1 season. That's ridiculous, mate. It's like Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho come here 1 full season, a half season, and everybody's like, he here for 3 years. He ain't playing no football for the first season. For the first half season he come. He started playing 4 months into the second season, the first actual full season he was here. So he practically played for a season. And he never get more than 5 games in a row starting for Manchester United. So when people tell me about Jadon Sancho, I'd be like, do you all even watch football? Because some players, you could bring them on in a game and they just play well. Some players, you bring them on and you need to keep bringing them on because they need to get in a rhythm. There are some players whose play on form and some players who could just show up at the moment and spark. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like this thing about Marcus Rashford here is killing United right now, bro. A good DOF would get rid of Marcus Rashford. People don't want a good DOF at United, because if we got a good DOF, there was some of the players that they like will be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
So on Rashford, like when I heard Ten Hag say this is like, I don't think this, hearing a manager say this about any player, it means it was actually a little bit like, whoa, red flag for me. It's like, why does a manager guarantee any player a spot? Like, that's give him the trust and play him every game. That's the only way. Come on, Erik. No, it's not the only way. That part I disagree. I love eriktenhag, but that I disagree with him. And there's a moment where you have to take a step back and say, this approach is not working. I'm going to get fired if this guy keeps on going,
Yeah, but you know something? You got to take into consideration 3 things. He is the brand player for Manchester United. So let's go above eriktenhag. He's the brand face of the club. There's no Ronaldo. There's only Rashford. Right? 2, he's the most senior player fit and available. 3, he's an academy graduate. Now tell me how we go and get rid of him. Unless you go and get rid of him. You do what you do last season to players like Maguire. And I don't know if everybody pay attention to this, right? The players who he want to get rid of, he played them in games over and over and exposed their weaknesses to the core. So everybody could see that there's shit over and over and over. So he justifying his actions for getting rid of them.
Yeah, man, it's a wild one for me. But anyway, big up to people that are just joining in. By the way, we got Kush in the building as well, asking Chelsea Dan, where are you? Everybody looking for Chelsea Dan today.
Well, Chelsea Dan have a big chest.
Yeah. He's always, if they had won, he would have been here. Obviously, he would have been here. Also, what's his name? I want to say, shout out to you, Kenny Fan TV, reminding us that it's 1-0 Barcelona. By the way, we've been talking a lot of Man United stuff, but it is a La Liga live.
Yeah, let me talk Classico now. We go talk United tomorrow.
Right. Exactly. Kush is even laughing, saying the McTominay FC fan base. What are you talking about? Because Chelsea are definitely back in the mud where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Jude Bellingham late in goal. This is the moment where it's like the stage is set for you, Jude. Rescue Real Madrid because they look like they don't have a clue. All I see is just Barcelona doing step overs. You know, the kids are having fun.
It's
and
in
it
Barcelona,
looks like
right? It's in Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
Watch the physicality of Barcelona players and watch how Real Madrid players go and get penalized if they are similarly physical in this game. That's my favorite part in derby games. I'm being honest. The home team, watching how the home team physical and how the away team get penalized for being similarly physical.
Well, so with Barcelona is interesting because they always have referee scandals. There's always these. I think there is an actual ongoing investigation about a former referee who's received funds. And you're like, bro, why is the club paying a former? Hold on.
It's not a former referee. You know, it's like this referee was the head of the association of our group of referees that was refereeing at the time, and it's reported that they were paying them off now to help with results and stuff. And they have been found guilty, and the case is in court right now at the moment. And if they are found to be charged, then, you know, from 2013 to 2019, I think they're going to lose almost all of the trophies that they win in Barcelona, like Champions League and stuff. But deservedly so, because, like, I'll be honest, it have some games that even when we play them in the Champions League, Messi could have got a red card, and, you know, Busquets could have got a red card. We're supposed to get a penalty, we didn't get it. You know, it was a lot. Let me tell you something, and I'm being real honest with you. Like, people will be real disingenuous. Between 2013 to 2016, Messi didn't win a trophy, but win 2 Ballon d'Ors. For what? He didn't win a trophy, not in La Liga, not in Europa, nowhere. And he win 2 Ballon d'Ors. For what? The last two seasons, the last 2 times Messi win Ballon d'Ors, he won nothing. He didn't win a trophy. They make an excuse because he win the Copa. So when Brazil winning the Copa every season, or Uruguay win the Copa, how come none of them players is win a Ballon d'Or for that? Messi win a World Cup. He's the only in history. No team has ever received a penalty in every single game they've played. No team in history of football. He scored 7 penalties. And people talking about he set the World Cup on fire. In my honest opinion, you can't set the World Cup on fire if you don't score an open play goal, or, you know, you don't get some open play assists. When your team winning games because of penalties, it's suspect, bro.
There's a red flag.
Be a real penalty. It might be a real penalty, and I'm not disputing the reality of the penalty and the call, but that real suspect, bro. And then when you try to tell me we should give him a Ballon d'Or for that shit, bro. Like, what football is that? We're being sentimental here, or we talking about reality here? Because he's not even close to being the best player in football in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, I'm talking about. Will he win in the last 5 years? A league, 2 Ligue 1s and a French Cup. And
no, the last few years, the Paris chapter really was not kind to Messi.
Forget the Paris chapter. Before he went to Paris, he didn't win 2 leagues at Barcelona. 2 seasons, he won nothing at Barcelona before he leave Barcelona. Nothing. And when I say nothing, not even a Liga, not a Copa, not a UCL, not a Europa. So he scored 98 goals. He won a World Cup. That's cool. Real players win World Cups, bro. Kaká win 2 World Cup. Ronaldo had 2. You know, it's a real men with World Cups. You know what I mean? And I talking about in tougher World Cups. I talking about real World Cup.
No, but yeah, your point is the World Cup was rigged. That's what you're saying.
No, my
It was
point is not
rigged
the
for
World
Messi.
Cup was rigged. I'm not saying it rigged, but the quality of the teams that men used to play in the World Cup back then. When you was Brazil and you had to face France and Turkey with Emery and these boys from Turkey back then. You know that this fella from Turkey called Emery playing in the midfield. He used to play in Spain for Valencia. We talking about big players. You know, when you had to win a World Cup again, when it have a team, you're playing against a team with Modric and a young Modric and thing, Croatia and these players is like tough, bro. So like, you know, the World Cup cool and thing now, but I feel like players now not as, I don't know, they're not like before. Like before, there was more intense. You know what I mean? So it'd be kind of hard to judge it now. And then if you're telling me we're judging them on a World Cup performance, which is 1 month of football, 1 month out of an entire year, right? An entire year, but for 11 months he was shit. Like, be real, Messi was shit for 11 months. He is shit at Inter Miami, bro. What we do in MLS is shit. He could score 20 goals, is shit. Them goals still worth less than a goal Ronaldo score in Saudi Arabia, bro. Like, be real. You put Al Hilal against the best American team, Al Hilal will match them up, bro.
If there's any Messi FC in the chat, stand up for Messi FC because
we can stand up for him because we're being sentimental at the end of the day, bro. Like, Messi career done since before he went to Paris. Like, it's known. Like, come on, let me be real, right? Let me be real. If some of the best players in the world will not go to Paris from Spain, they will go to England, they will go to Italy. They're not going to Paris.
True.
Right? Messi goes to Paris. PSG never win a UCL, mind you. Never ever in the history. The first season he gone there, 2 assists, 6 goals in all competition. Okay. He's the best player in the world still, right? What are we doing here? It's the French league, bro. Like it's hard to for me to say. Well,
it's the Uber Eats league. You're right.
Yeah, bro. Like, and then from the Uber Eats, you're going to MLS. You're going to MLS and the team in 23rd place. So all what you do, so sensational. The team in 23rd place, bro.
No, but like his impact on MLS. I know MLS is not, really revered as a league, blah 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 blah. But his impact on the MLS team, like you have to applaud it. Like,
applaud.
Fine.
Okay, first, I don't think we'd want to see the impact for the next 2-3 seasons because his impact to me would translate into the elevation or the quality of play in the league, right? That's not going to happen after he played, 10 games? I think he played 10 games.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't see MLS. I mean, I used to live in the States and, to have quite a few Trinidadians playing in the MLS. But when you watch the MLS is like, is like watching college football. Like, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's like watching the MLS is like watching the United under 18s play. That's the type of football they're playing.
Nah. Put more respect on MLS, fam. Nah. No, man, I disagree. I think there is quality. Bro, have you seen like Carlos Vela really like? I mean,
I don't get me wrong. Surgery?
Some
after
of the
broke both knees.
Listen. Some of the defending is atrocious, but there is still like a really, really good level.
Let's remember, Carlos Vela broke both knees in a tackle playing for Arsenal, right? He never played for Arsenal again because apparently he wasn't fit enough. So he went to MLS. Story over. Kaká retired in the MLS. 90%. Materazzi is retiring. Materazzi is in retirement, bro. He said it himself. He wanted to relax. You know what I'm saying? The same thing Kaka say when he moved to the MLS, bro. Like, I'm not saying that because I want to say that because this was the guy, this was the say. When Beckham went to LA Galaxy, he said he wanted to, you know, be an ambassador.
No, but like, okay. What about Gareth Bale? Gareth Bale didn't work
2
out.
seasons now.
He was like he thought he was going to be playing golf, and he's like, man, I can't take this. This is actually kind of like a lot harder than I thought. And then
but
he's just
Gareth
like,
Bale is not okay. Okay, let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
5, maybe 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and you tell me Gareth Bale, Gareth Bale was a top footballer in them time. But to tell me, but I will still turn around and tell you Gareth Bale will sit down on the list with the greats. He didn't win nothing himself, really. You know what I mean? All the greats win things themselves. You know what I mean? All the greats.
His trophy cabinet is shining, but I hear you. Like he didn't
because he had players like Ronaldo and Benzema next to him. Like if he didn't go to Madrid, where would he win a medal? He was winning anything at Spurs? No. A truly great player would have win something at Spurs and then go to Madrid. You know what I mean? Like look at Zidane and look at some of the top players that we rate back then, like Del Piero and things. These fellas and them play for they make sure they win for the team they was playing for. And then
but like, so what would you say about Modric then, since we're on Spurs?
Let's not wait. You just tell me class Modric there with Gareth Bale. That's a violation, bro. That's a violation.
Did you see what Vinicius just was going on right now?
Yeah.
It's a yellow card. Yellow card for Torres. How can you do that? That's like a rugby tackle, fam.
But that's what they do all the time. That's what Araujo doing them for the entire game.
Wow.
That's supposed to be a red card, bro, not a yellow, a red card. At which part of that he was playing the ball? Look, I'm telling you, that's why Chouameni doing what he doing to Araujo and them.
Yeah.
Listen, I think people need to stop watching football for the theatrics. It's a full contact sport. Let these fellas make contact and fall and cry. Wow, these big men, bro. You really some of them really crying. Some of them fellas will roll around the ground for like 5-6 minutes rolling, and then as soon as the referee give a man a card, he up and he bend and then he run around fast as ever. Right? We're like, come on, fellas, come on, what are we doing here?
It was wild, man. What first half is over, by the way, and 1-0 to Barcelona. You think that's a fair score, bro? Like, I know we've been talking, but like, when you're looking at how,
scoreline, to be honest, a deserving scoreline. The only thing I think that is wrong with this game is that I think that Ferran Torres deserved a red card just now. Because you can't make a you see that's the same thing that Gabriel did. I don't know if you remember.
Who did? Oh, to Haaland.
Yeah, and
when Haaland like tried to like grip. Yeah.
This is the problem that I have with fans and football fans sometimes, because when it happens, when it's positive for the team, they're happy. When it's not, the thing, they're happy to talk and banter because at the end of the day they'll win the game or whatever the case is. But for me, it's like that's a travesty to the sport, because you're taking away the genuineness of the game, the integrity of the challenge and everything. So it's like when Romero was supposed to get the handball, right? You would hear fans say that's, but when I see it blatant to that extent, English fans don't consider the world fans who viewing on television all around the world now. Yeah. Because then they would look at it and say to themselves, like, this rigged. You know what I mean? Like, like they're not seeing what we see, like, that kind of thing. And then they'll make all these great excuses, you know what I mean? And for me, it should just be plain and simple. Like, the ball hit your hand away from, anytime your hand extended away from your body, whether it is a half a foot away, 7 inches away, once your hand not within an inch of your body, and you get hit, it's penalty, bro. Because let me just end the subjectivity there. You know what I mean? Handball penalty, the end.
True.
All this
So would you say actually even right now that how when a player touches the ball with their hand in the box, do you feel like there's more clarity or less clarity? Where are you? Because there's this like school of thought is like anytime the ball touches somebody's hand should be a penalty. It does not matter the circumstance. And there are some people that says no, but it matters because like sometimes the player is jumping and you jump with your arms.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Because then it will have no discussions about intent. It will have no discussions about, he was diving to head the ball, but his hand just happened to be extended and he missed heading the ball and the ball hit his hand. It's still a handball.
You're saying even if I'm falling and I need to hold yourself down with your arm and then the ball hits you as a defender when you're trying to just support yourself, is that a penalty? Because that's what you're saying.
Yeah, because you don't need to do that, you see, because like people think when you're falling, you need to put your hand out right away to brace yourself. Understand what I'm saying is that you're playing a sport where the ball, every single professional player knows that ball is not supposed to touch their hand, right? But at the same time, if I could make it look like a mistake, but stop the ball with my hand, I will do that. Because I want to win. You understand what I'm saying?
No, because Mark, here's the thing. It's like defending in the box. And when you're defending, you have to adjust your movement, your body. And guess what? You adjust your body using your legs as well as your arms. It's part of how balance works. It's part of how gravity works. So if you're having to make a movement that is natural, regardless of where the positioning of the ball is or whatever, and then the ball hits you, there has to be some consideration for those circumstances.
Okay, here the consideration is, right? Here the consideration is, right?
Yeah.
If your back is turned to the ball, somebody and the play happening behind you, and somebody hits a shot and you turn around into the ball and it hits your hand, that's the only consideration I can make because you was not seeing the play. No, I'm being honest with you. You want listen to me, right? Let me tell you something. I want you understand what I'm saying, right? Life not fair and football not meant to be fair. Football is a meritocracy, it's a competitive sport. The best win, right? On the day. It don't matter if it's the best team, it's the best team on the day. The most important thing you have to always remember is that there will always be unfair rulings, right? There is not a penalty for handball that Manchester United don't get. Whether Christian Eriksen's hands right in front of his face, in front of his body because he was running forward and then kind of just back and his hands came up, it's a penalty. Lisandro Martinez was falling, the ball hit his knee, then hit his hand, it's a penalty. Understand what I'm saying to you? We don't get that sympathy. So it shouldn't have it for nobody. I don't care about no other team. I don't care how they feel. I don't care what the thing they was doing. If the ball touch your hand in the box, it's a penalty. The end. Football moves on.
Unless you gave an exception.
If you couldn't see the ball, if you marking a player for a header, so you facing the player, not facing the ball whipped in over your head from behind, right? You don't see it, you jump the ball, that's the only circumstance I could forgive. Because here why? That guy don't have eyes behind his head, he can't see the ball. But as long as you could see that ball, I am believing you touching that ball with your hand.
So the subjectivity that you're now introducing with that, Mark, is like there is something called peripheral vision. There is like so now it's like how much what is actually seeing the ball. What does that mean? Because like you're obviously as a player and you're on the pitch, you have to know where the ball is. You have to know, like, even though you may not necessarily know, you see it at that moment as, like if it's over here, but you still know like it's behind you. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of like still some grounds of subjectivity in what you're saying too. That's
no,
like,
listen. I understand my perspective, right? If you're standing in the box and you're watching the play coming towards you, and that ball somebody hit a shot and that ball hit your hand, is a penalty. I don't care what you think and how you feel, it's a penalty, bro. Because as long as you see that man taking the shot, in your mind, I know your natural instinct is to stop that ball by any means. I don't care what nobody say. And perfect example is Romero. It's not the first time he's done something like that. He's had many handball situations. This is not the first season. You know what I mean? So if someone have a consistent situation happening with them, he's consistently getting handballs, consistently getting away with it. How is that possible?
I hear you.
This is why I don't like certain rules with yellow cards and red cards, like intent. What is intent? What is intent? If I run in at full speed and I skate, I go to ground and I pick up the ball. Once I get the ball first, at the end is not a foul. The end. But some people want to say, well, that look hard. Bro, like you tell me where you could say break, stop, and your body immediately stop from skating and you stand up straight. Like, come on, bro. Like, follow through. That is the most absurd nonsense in the world. Follow through. Like, listen, if I win the ball, whatever happened after that it must happen. He trying not to let me win the ball is obviously gonna clatter each other. He wanted that contact because you know what? He knew I was winning the ball. He still tried. The end. The end.
I hear you, Mark. I hear you. Big up to you for that opinion, bro. Shout out to also our friend Imran Khan in the house. Happy Saturday, Imran. He says, bro, happy Saturday. Come on, you Madrid. It's a wet UK today. Compost Smith says, hopefully we get the luck tomorrow. We are overdue it, but twat. Oh, Lord. Bro. Oliver is the referee. Michael Oliver is the referee.
And Oliver. I don't know which one is the VAR, but one is the referee. Either way, we fucked twice.
So do you, seeing what has happened to Chelsea today, the last game, Chelsea had a little bit of momentum. They played fairly well versus Arsenal, bro. And now today they lost 2-0 to Brentford. Are you still thinking tomorrow? You fancy our chances for tomorrow, or like what's?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a violation to compare Chelsea to us right now because Chelsea is like, in my honest opinion, I mean, like a lot. Listen,
us and Chelsea were like this right now.
Bro, no. Chelsea is nowhere close to where United is right now. For one, I'll give you 3 reasons.
If you score against Chelsea, they fall to bits just like us, fam.
Listen. So let me stop with the conflations first. Let me talk with the conflations first. One, they have no experience in the team but Thiago Silva and Sterling, right? So there's an inexperienced team, heavily inexperienced team. There's no way they have the mettle to do things that our team should have the capabilities for. 2, none of them are proven. All of them are talented, sure, but they are all unproven. They're unproven, except Sterling
guys
and Thiago Silva.
Champions League medal. No, Mark, what are you talking about?
Who proven in the squad? Who's proven besides Sterling and Enzo? Enzo, bro.
He's internationally proven.
Bro, Enzo didn't play all that amazing in the World Cup. Don't come and try to make Enzo sound like he was dropping 10 out of 10s at the World Cup, bro. That's a violation.
No. He wasn't dropping 10 out of 10s, but experience, he has it. Raheem Sterling has experience.
Bro. Raheem Sterling and Thiago Silva, 2 players on the side alone. The end. Chelsea is a weak team. Everybody want to hype Chelsea because they spend $1 billion, bro. Like, Chelsea was Chelsea until last year, right? Now Chelsea is not Chelsea anymore. Chelsea want to get back to being Chelsea. It's just like United, bro. The only difference is we have more experienced players, probably some of them with less quality than the youth that Chelsea have. So it's like a different balance. But I think we have a better coach. And while people might not see it, I think United will have a trajectory going upwards because we need to get worse and then start getting better. And if that don't happen, if we don't lose, we will never learn nothing. No team that in progression, there's only win, bro. There's only win when they reach that peak of the progression. I mean, it take Man City 7 seasons and Pep Guardiola 7 years to beat Real Madrid in the UCL. And everybody say he's the greatest manager alive. If he didn't have all that money to spend, I shudder to think it might take him 14 years. But you know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. Like, a lot of people is overrate Pep and overlook Ancelotti, but Ancelotti beating him every season. I mean, he's the best team in Europe, right? They win the UCL once. He's the best team in Europe, right?
Yeah.
What about Madrid, dog? Madrid is nobody. So Madrid win the UCL the most in the last 5 years, but you know the best team in Europe is Man City. People say that since last season, since the season before, bro.
But conclude that point about us not being like Chelsea, because
Arsenal, we are not like Chelsea, to be honest. And the reason why I'm saying that is because one, we in our first year of a rebuild, we finished third. In their first season of a rebuild, they finished sixth. They finished what, 12th or 16th, something like that.
Yeah. You gotta accept cookies to look at what's
No, so I'm not throwing no shade on them, but that just shows the disparity in levels of management and the situation of the manager interacting with the squad. Now look at Chelsea, right? You all say Chelsea played good against Arsenal. I say that game shows just how bad Chelsea is. That's how we were last season, right? Because we went up 2-0 and came back and drew our game last season.
Okay.
You remember that game?
Mark. We agreed on 2 or 3 quote unquote proven players, right? Okay, you said Enzo, you didn't want Enzo. You said these. How many proven players are there at Man United?
Proven? Varane, Casemiro, Bruno. I had to say Rashford. I can't leave him out because of last season. I can't not say that. But at the same time, you got to remember the most important thing. We're moving away from the system what make players like Rashford amazing. Players like Luke Shaw amazing. We're moving away from those systems. So it's a bigger task. Manchester United going through a monumental shift, fellas, right? Not a minor shift like other teams. Spurs was already, the entire catalogue of Spurs players are expansive attacking players. They never had players to fit Conte's system. Everybody argued those same points last season for Conte. And then when Conte was out and they crash and burn, they get Ange, everybody was like, what Ange going to do? But Ange coming into a team that have all the players necessary to fit his system, he add Maddison to that. Team must play well. They were always meant to play that type of way. So they would look better faster. Not saying that they will be better faster. Because, bro, like I say, Spurs don't have a squad. January to February is the tell-all for Spurs. What happened in January when we go on Asian Cup and AFCON is going to be big. They might drop 4 or 5
Those 4 games. Yeah, okay.
Those 4 games, that's 12 points. They probably will drop. Players like Maddison will probably be injured. What happens then? Now, in the same rhetoric, I could turn around and say, well, look at United. We kind of had the rubber the green. We're not playing that well, but we're grinding out some results. We have a lot of injuries. And every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we're getting players back from injury. So time January, imagine, just think about this perspective. What if we start getting things right over the next 6 weeks and players coming back from injury? How United is going to look if we 5 points off the top still with our full squad and starting to look like if we put in the tactics together properly.
I hear you.
That is a squad that all Premier League teams will now have to sit back and look at and say, you know what? This is a fucking problem.
I hear you, bro.
But Chelsea,
until then, Len, your point?
but until then, technically, I wouldn't say we are the same level as Chelsea. I would still say we're better off than Chelsea
I hear
because
you. I hear you.
it's
Like,
not
what better
pretty.
off? But like in terms of like the whole point was sort of like where is the state of the club? Where are we? And you mentioned all proven players, and then from there we compared. You said there's 3 proven players in one team and 4 in the other, which more or less is like about the same. In terms of like experienced players, but I agree with you that the coach that we have is better for sure, for sure. So, and the expectation in general has to be a little bit higher at Manchester United than at Chelsea. So, let's just see. Time will tell.
Yeah, time
Your
will tell.
point, your point about Spurs and what they do in January is going to be really, really, really big. Also, by the way, Real Malden, Robert Lewandowski is warming up. So be careful. It's time to say, oh my God, oh my God. The
I
Chelsea
wouldn't say
Dan,
that he's fresh off an injury though.
he's
He
fresh
can't.
off of injury, but like brother
Yeah,
is
but
is
off of a hamstring and a
yeah, but
groin injury.
he's Lewandowski, man. He's Robert. You know that boy's got quality. He can find the back of the net with in his sleep. Chelsea Dan, if you're just tuning in, brother, we have a question for you. I just showed you a picture on the screen. I just want to say, where is Blood? I thought there's a goalkeeper and he's supposed to be in the goals, but it looks like he's chasing down some Brentford players. Can you explain this, Chelsea Dan? Where are you?
Yeah, but I trying to figure out what he was doing there.
I need a Chelsea fan or champion. Anybody that supports Chelsea, come on. We need to have a conversation. Compo says Chelsea got 0 leeway from me. They already had a good squad before all this crap. If they don't win something this year or get a Champions League footy, I'm clowning them all summer.
Bro, Chelsea deserve plenty clowning, bro. Like, I don't know how. Okay, it's just my own opinion. I don't know if you ever see Don. Have this dude named Don. He's be on the football terrace. He's be talking about Chelsea.
I'm not familiar with his game,
He's
but go
always
ahead.
find some way to crash it on United and Ten Hag. And he's always make these real, like those real in depth criticisms, right? But then he will turn around and say, "Well, look at Gallagher. He has so much potential. He's been in good form. I think he's going to do bits." He'll talk about Enzo, then he'll talk about Nicholas Jackson, and then he'll talk about all of these things, and then he'll talk about what Poch is doing bits, and if Poch could do this, and the reality is y'all are points behind United, bro, and United not performing well. And you're criticizing Ten Hag. Ten Hag should be probably not a good coach, but Poch amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I live in the real world, bro, and like I love football fans. I like football. I like to watch football, bro. But it's when men talk about like certain things, it's like it don't happen that fast. Like, I wish United would be playing at least quality, at least a decent brand of football right now, even if we're winning or losing games. Why not happening like that? I wish we were doing better because like I expected a little bit better this season, to be fair. But I'd still always expected us to lose about 10 games this season. Because I was like,
10 is a lot, Mark. 10 is a lot. It's unacceptable in my books.
That's a worst case
But I get
scenario,
it. I get it.
But at the same time, that worst case scenario is mostly based on the fact that
Another post. Oh, Lord. Another save from Kepa. Wow. Real Madrid are hanging on by a thread. 2 posts so far in this game. It's supposed to be 3-0 Barcelona.
What's this dude's name?
Wow.
That youth man real dangerous, bro. Whoever that youth man is playing on the left, he dangerous.
He dangerous. Mark, you not scared of Barcelona in the Champions League, bro?
I tell you, Barca was going to score first.
Fam. Huh?
I tell you, Barca was going to score first. I didn't say so.
Yeah, but like 2 times hitting the post, man, it means like you are actually the superior team, bro.
Something wrong with Mendy, bro. Mendy was looking off it, bro.
Real Madrid has not had a shot on target. You know that.
Yeah. Well,
All
Camavinga coming
game.
on. We'll see what's going on in the midfield now.
Wow. So Camavinga is going to replace Mendy on a fullback?
Mm-hmm. And
Anytime something is wrong, call Camavinga. Have you seen that meme? They even said whenever there's an injury, call Camavinga. Like, because that guy, he's what you call a squad player, utility player. Yo, Kepa did well. He's resurrecting his career. I rate that was not a bad performance by Kepa so far. But Camavinga is the ultimate utility player that you want in your squad.
Wow. Eddie and Ketty have a hat trick.
Yeah, when I checked earlier on, it was a brace. So he just scored the third one.
Wow.
It is wow. Pandemonium at the Emirates. Eddie.
And Ketty score a hat trick. Well,
Wow.
that had to be the Saturday. That had to be the weirdest thing on the planet, King. I tell you.
Right.
That is a penalty.
Referee did not think so.
You know, I mean, they're in Barcelona, you know they say about Barcelona.
He's like, there's been a few envelopes that were exchanged before kickoff.
You know what I mean? They probably play it in a lump sum. They probably pay it off in a lump sum for future payoffs as well. You know what I mean? It's like a consistent thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it grease the wheel.
Yeah. Yo, Compos has a very big point. You know how Spurs has this world-class, stadium that's even used to create extra revenue. These guys, what they have themselves to blame if they do not clinch it. If they keep going and by Christmas they're still top of the table, bro.
You better pray they don't come with 55 million for Jadon Sancho, because if they come with 55 million for Jadon Sancho, we
would be happy.
Problem. We in a problem. I wouldn't be happy at all.
55 mil?
Be happy at all. 55 million. The problem is not 55 million. The problem is if Sancho had to leave United, he had to go to some other league. Bro. He can't go for another team in the league. Because we go and give that dude all the motivation he need to go and score and have 20 assists a season for the next 3, 4, 5 seasons and talk shit about United, And then they go look like, he was right all along.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, fans just think real short-sighted in the moment. It's like the fans who was protesting outside Old Trafford talking about, there's women's fans, they're protesting abuse against women. And on a real, no, I could understand if he was a gangbanger. He had a history of violence. He had a history of crimes, a history of bad doing dumb shit, violent or disrespectful towards women, disregarding women. But when is an incident that no one knows actually what happens, we hear a voice recording and we see fake pictures that was edited, right? Like real movie magic makeup situations going on in them pictures, from what I hear,
Whose pictures?
Then they say they release images of the young lady, of bruises and whatnot. Okay, well, the witness who came, who was subpoenaed to court because she didn't want to come willingly, right? And had to testify that it was makeup. The bruises was makeup. The whole situation was made up. And whatever she testified after that, it will come out eventually now, bro. Like they're supposed to be putting it out sometime in the next few months anyway, or a few weeks. But at the end of the day, it was sufficient evidence to say, well, this young man, or we know in that 13-second clip, it sounded like he was saying something, but it was chopped up like a music song when you're doing production. So it's not an actual real audio clip, and the real clip is like 13 minutes long or 35 minutes long, which they played for the entire United Football Club, down to the under 18s and the parents. You understand? So when people out here talking about all kind of thing and whatever, convicting a youth man of whatever, yeah, just sit down and think about it. Just think about if it was your daughter, right? You know what I sit down and think about? What if that was my son, bro? My son get in a situation, make a mistake, didn't really do nothing. Like, there's a whole verbal exchange that we hear and we just going off like, like what if that was my son, bro? How do I protect him? You know what I mean? Like people know it's easy to say.
But by the way, I hear you. I just want to remark that Real Madrid has now registered the first shot on target after
Exactly.
57 minutes in. But lend your point on this conspiracy theory, brother. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm just saying that at the end of the day, sometimes for some situations, certain things, we have to think about it logically. Yes, we're not supporting any form of abuse on anyone, no way, shape, or form, verbally, physically, or visually, or anything like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let us have a court of justice rule. Let's not try to have our opinions on social media, people who have no actual information. Unless we have the full information, we should not be having these canceling opinions, like basically
Yeah.
like it's nothing, cancel or throw away there, bro.
Right, Cancelo. What was Blood doing?
Blood, like he didn't want to take it home today, yes? Because I telling you, pal, that was supposed to be goal, but he offside too, eh?
Oh,
He was
okay. He was
offside bad.
offside. All right.
The ref was offside. It's just a
But
matter
yeah.
like people are a little bit overly critical to demonize people in general. You
Compos
know what I mean?
is walking with you on this opinion, saying the truth will come out eventually. A lot of people gonna look stupid either way. It's like, yeah, it's one of those things where we reacted to some evidence that is there publicly, but there is admission that there is even more evidence that maybe softens what we interpret things as or whatever. But bro, either way, like right now, like I hope that his name gets cleared and like people just sort of heal from this, because it was a big dent in the Man United community. Depending, it doesn't matter like what you feel about it. It was just like sort of something that we could have not needed. And Barcelona nearly found another situation where they could have
Nah,
scored.
Kepa claim that one, bro. Kepa claim that
Yeah,
one.
Kepa read it. That's
Like,
good.
I
Kepa is
understand.
looking confident, bro, right?
Kepa want to be at Madrid, bro. Man, he had the biggest club in the world, in my opinion, right now. We used to be the biggest club in the world, but you know, fans ain't ready for them kind of discussions, bro. Like, let me tell you something. Fans in this club have more face, have more. They care more about how other fans perceive them than the club winning, bro. Because let me tell you something. I hear a lot of fans talk about it on a lot of different forums and a lot of different things. And the most thing they talk about, what would rival fans say? Blah blah blah. Chelsea had players who was a murderer. How many Liverpool players was racist in the last 10 years that get charged for it and fined for it? Multiple, right? Do
Yeah.
people ever sit down and think how many fines Liverpool has paid for Mohamed Salah? How many fines United will have to pay until Amrabat no longer plays for us? Or any player of that matter who is Islamic or from an Arabian nation that plays in the Premier League, they have to pay fines every month because they don't wear rainbow laces on the boots. So now you have to remember that it's our general, it's our world. So everybody had give a little, take a little. We don't go on like some things. Some things want butter, some things want me. You know what I mean? By the end of the day, we could all come together and agree that we like the sport. You know what I mean? Yeah, and these people are human beings and thing. And like, I don't like how they try to demonize Sancho. At the end of the day, he was wrong. He was 100% wrong. No way we could excuse him for being so how to put it, irrational or super rash in making a
Yeah.
decision to come out and say that. He could have just, you know what, solve it with his feet. He had the perfect
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to get starting time, consistent game time, you know, these kind of
Mm-hmm.
things. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the way the media try to portray him in negative light. Like 5 years ago, he was at City. He used to have little problems in training, and then fans jumping up with this. Well, you know, he used to give trouble at Man City. Fuck cares about that, bro. Like
I hear
Grealish
you.
getting drunk, walking through a glass door in a bar, and somebody so had to take a taxi home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Missed two,
Yeah.
three Premier League games. You hear about that? You don't even hear about those things, bro. You know why? Because the fan bases don't care. They're winning
Mm-hmm.
games.
Mm-hmm.
United fan base care about every little piece of news about United. They want to be so perfect. You know, like our players
Yeah.
must support everything we support. Like in what reality? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter that we have to start to look at it like this. Listen, we have all these views and all these and we would like to stand up for all these different charitable situations, but this is football. They have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Leave
I
them
hear
out of
you.
it. Like they don't need to support global warming. They don't need to support no drilling. They don't need to support. Uh, they don't need to support whatever. You know what I mean? They should be football athletes should be able to choose what they
Mm-hmm.
stand up for. They stand up for racism. They stand up for equality. They stand up for fair play. I think those things are great enough because at the end of the day, they want a fair world.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they don't have to stand up for every single cause because then they will start seeming like they're taking sides and it's a directive. Because at the end of the day, it had different cultures around the world. I imagine it has some. I'm a Christian, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
relatives who Muslim, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and I found this guy called Officer Tatum talking about Islam want to wipe out Christianity, and I'm like, what? What?
Yeah. Damn.
This guy have 400,000 followers, bro. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Here's an example. He talking about the war in that going on, right? I've been to Israel, blah blah blah. It have both sides coexisting peacefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that other side want to get back the land that was originally belonged to Israel. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
why Israel right for coming and just take over the land after the people was already settled and they could just go somewhere else. It didn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Or they could have
Yeah.
split it down the middle and share half and be
Yeah.
cool. No, they want every single thing, right?
She.
So
Yeah.
so here your excuse. So somebody asked him in the comments, so if the American Indians wanted America back, would we give them back Washington DC? And he was like, hell no. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
It don't make sense, blood. Shit.
I don't know fully on the topics, but all I know is that ain't no way you gonna tell me we going this world headed in a positive direction and
Mm-hmm.
peaceful when it is innocent people dying when they don't have to. Like we have all this technology, all these world leaders, all these different philanthropists and all these different kind of things. And we can't solve a simple land dispute between two nations that killing each other. And one
Mm-hmm.
side, they killing them like farm animals, it look like, because from everything
Yeah.
I see, like them living in an open prison.
Mm-hmm.
And if they walk
Bro,
outside the gate,
it's
when
you're
it's after,
reminding me, Mark. You're reminding me that, like, it's a privilege right now for us to be able to just watch a La Liga game. There's a lot of like bad things happening in the world, and guys,
yeah, bro.
guys, yeah, it's like life is never guaranteed, and what we're in a privileged position, so let's appreciate that and say
Yeah, be grateful
be
and
grateful.
enjoy.
Exactly. We're watching Barcelona versus Leeds United, by the way, if you're just joining. I mean, Real Madrid.
What do you think about this game so far? Barca
Compo says
dominating.
Real Madrid moving like Leeds.
Yeah,
They actually,
Barca
you know what's
dominating the
crazy?
game.
They are Real Madrid is like lacking like the I don't know. There's like this thing that's feeling like a little bit Man United-ish about
Yeah,
them
the
in terms
midfield
of
open.
exactly. It's an open midfield, and Cruz, while Cruz was there, he was just bombing the ball forward, and now Modric has replaced Cruz. So let's see if the big man Modric can actually help this non-existent midfield. But Kyle Walker smoked Camavinga. You saw that a few seconds ago. Kyle Walker is out here with a vendetta against Camavinga. He says he actually wants to really, really, really prove that Camavinga is not a fullback. That's crazy.
Yeah, Camavinga and Grealish and Walker were real smoke right now, but Doku better than Grealish. In a year, everybody go say Antony better than Grealish.
Oh, we
We'll
will be
see.
there when Antony better than Grealish conversation happens.
That's not
Oh
hard,
man,
bro. That's not hard at all. I don't know why people just act like that hard to be better. It had to be better than Grealish. Even this fella Jacob Ramsey better than Grealish, bro. I know you don't like that statement, Papi.
Oh no, I was confused because the man of the hour, Mark. Dude. What?
That is a missile, bro. That is a missile. Yeah. So I Gil boobs just jump out. I stop jumping up just now,
This is what I was talking about, Mark, before the game, saying, is Jude Bellingham gonna step up? And guess what? They say he scores easy goals. This one is not easy, fam. This one is not easy. It's a knuckleball, bro, from long range. Wow. Put some respect on Jude Bellingham name, man.
Hey, you see the fan just now? The fan in the replay, her mouth wide open, saying now behind the goal, dog. Her mouth is like, wow.
Bro, Cruz didn't even celebrate. Whoa, Tony Cruz.
No, bro, he probably had a shit game, you know what I mean? He feeling his emotions, bro. Nothing. I don't say anything, bro. I don't say nothing, bro.
You have to say something about this one. It's a golazo. The boy is proving him. You said it's too soon. Do you still feel it's too soon? Okay,
bro,
listen
listen to me. We never say. I don't know about you, but people wasn't saying Kaká world class until he first win the Scudetto. People wasn't saying CR7 was world class until he win the Premier League, bro, and score 30 goals and start banging goals from the half line and thing.
All I'm saying, Mark, is like last season, when there was a new guy.
Bro, let him accumulate the accomplishment, and then when the season end, we could say yes, this was a world class season by Jude Bellingham.
Okay,
but you don't tell me you watch 5 games. And
you cannot say that. Like, okay, I see what you're saying. It's like you have to look at it at the end of the season, but during the season, you can get like some hints of like, hold on. This trajectory is world-class trajectory. Look at this guy scoring, bailing Real Madrid again, coming clutch, not once, not twice, not 3, more than 5 times this season. Jude Bellingham has come up with a solution for Real Madrid when they do not know where to go. Bro, this guy is something else, man. This guy, he is on another stratosphere.
That's supposed to, when Gavi go and get a yellow card or a red card? When? Bro, this is what I don't like. This is the only thing I don't like about watching Barcelona play. Barcelona players will have 10 yellow card tackles in a game and get 1 yellow card. Like watch, he elbow Vinny in the face. It's all kind of madman thing. He diving around like a madman and he can't even get a card yet. They would have hate me as a referee. I'd have sent me off for that tackle on Bellingham just now. I'd just wait for it. Yeah, red card. Get out of here. Swear.
Yeah.
That them things this is why I will never support Barca, bro. I will never even say I like the style of football they play. I only want to say that because it's disgraceful. The way they get supported and playing. Like that's why Atletico Madrid and thing like when people tell me, bro, let me go to Spain and check out Madrid, I'll say we going to the Bernabeu. Oh, nah, they want to go more in the capital, closer to. I'll say, nah, I'm not going there. Why? Racist.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? That's where the men let's be telling Vicinius and throwing bananas for Vicinius something in Atletico, bro. Them don't play.
I hear that. Wow. The more I see this goal, bro, do you think the goalkeeper should have done better? That thing, man.
Nah, you can't stop. It has certain goals you can't stop, bro. The ball is moved faster than the man, bro. Come on. The man kicked that in full. Everything was perfect. He make perfect contact, perfect form, and power. No way you keep us stopping that, bro. He make a valiant attempt, but that was all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why certain keepers world class, bro, because they was getting there somehow. And even so, like I feel like Buffon was getting wrapped up in that goal too, with that shot.
Yeah,
that shot was always moving far into the corner, bro.
It doesn't matter even if you're Courtois, Buffon, whatever. It's gonna Peter Cech maybe.
No, if Buffon can't save it, Peter Cech will save it, bro. For real? Nah, violation, bro. Hey, nah, bro. But
I was just checking how you're ranking them.
but listen, Peter Cech up there for me, bro. He up there, but I still would say Van der Sar had a better
Over
career,
Peter Cech.
bro.
Got you.
Yeah, son.
Van der Sar over Peter Cech.
Yeah, Van der Sar over Peter Cech. Buffon is the goat of goalkeeping, bro. You don't have a better goalkeeper than Buffon.
The way, bro, Buffon's presence anytime when even just for his country, bro, like you could tell like you have a goalkeeper. Italy has like a goal. You know what I mean? It's like his presence, his aura is so felt. You know,
so that's certain goalkeepers they used to fear strikers fear them balls. You know what I mean?
The striker thinks twice now when they see the goal. They're not even. There's some goalkeepers that like they're like, this guy's a scarecrow. I'm just gonna shoot. They don't make you think twice as an attacker. But Buffon has that aura, that like exuberance about him. But hey, I wish one day Onana will work his way there. Real Madrid, by the way, have a free kick from distance. There's the maestro. I think Valverde is going to take this one.
I wish, to be honest, bro, I wish we could have get Leandro Trossard and sell Marcus Rashford, bro.
That guy is a good buy for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Already he hits the wall.
Player, bro.
Useless. Ladies and gentlemen, he has turned up. None other than Chelsea. Dan is in the building. Chelsea Dan. Big shout out to you, fam. What a performance today by Chelsea versus Brentford. I need to understand something, Chelsea. Then the link is in the chat, blood. Right there. If you want to call in, it's okay if you don't feel like talking, but we just want to know what was going on here. I didn't watch the game. But why is your goalkeeper behind two Brentford players? He's on a foot race. Is that Thiago Silva behind as well? What is going on, Chelsea, Dan?
What happened there, Chelsea, Dan? For real, like.
What's going on, bro?
The guys who struggled to beat Copenhagen in the Champions League by a penalty, and you're talking shit about our club. Come on, man.
Listen, like, let me real about one thing, right?
I tell you what.
You turned the corner, Chelsea, Dan. You turned the corner too much.
When we got no Modric in that team, no Enzo Fernandez, they're all injured, right? Injured playing. Last week we turfed up Arsenal. Bad Arsenal. You struggled against Sheffield United. And
bro, you scored 2 goals in the first half.
Come on, you can't even beat Arsenal. You can't even beat Arsenal. And come on, yeah, me drinking my teas, yeah.
So you play a good first 25 minutes and shit 70 minutes.
What's your excuse tomorrow when you get slapped up by Man City? Because that's what you're going to do.
Well, I mean, you hope so.
Your team's worth in a state than us.
Really? What about last season where you finished 12th?
What, 2-1 against Sheffield United?
12th last season?
I like to listen, yeah? We haven't got no Nkunku. We haven't got no Badashili. Right? We
okay. So we're saying you're finishing 16 this season then?
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, we'll finish above more than you, then you'll finish above us.
You feel so?
Yeah, of course we will.
Cheers, cheers, Chelsea, Dan. There you go.
Hey, listen.
I just want to establish.
You can put that, yeah.
16 players injured, right?
I did do the one stuff for Man City tomorrow. Man City versus Man United tomorrow. Because I know you're going to get slapped up by 6 goals to 3 again, like you did last season.
Oh, so you won't win 2-1 at home like we did last season?
Was that 8-3?
You won't win 2-1 at home like we win last season.
It tastes so good, Chelsea, Dan.
Yeah, cry more, bro. Like, I love to see Chelsea fans cry because they like to have a big chest when the team is shit. They have a shit coach. They're in a rebuild and talking about finishing top 4. It's insanity, bro. It's delusion.
Pochettino's better. Can you see me crying? I'm not crying. I know the team's shit for a minute.
Pochettino is better than Ten Hag.
You shouldn't be crying. It's Brentford.
When you're in the Champions League, you're not even going to make it through the stages of the Champions League. What are you on about?
What's that?
You're not even going to make it through the Champions League stages because your team's so whack.
You're hoping so, or
you couldn't buy.
Even if we get knocked out, bro, we'll still play more than 1 game a week, So.
Hey, but one ball football. Where was you in the Champions League last season? At least we got into the quarterfinals.
21-22.
Where are you going to be in the Champions League? Are you going to actually make them through the stages? I can't.
21-22. We was already group stage. Round of 16.
But my guy.
Where was you?
21-22.
Where were you?
You got slapped up by. You 2-0 up last season in the Mickey Mouse Cup and lost to him.
Yeah, well, you was 2-0 up to Arsenal in the first 30 minutes.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. My brother, fair enough. We were 2-0 up against Arsenal. Right. Listen. At least Roberto Sanchez better than Onana, who's just been the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. 22 goals.
Let me see that picture again.
Onana, what's his name? Onana. One of the best goalkeepers now. That's why you're crying out for De Gea to come back to your club. You're crying back. I'm bringing back De Gea because Onana is a dog shit goalkeeper. At least Roberto Sanchez come on. World clean sheets is your goalkeeper, man.
Just not it.
How's Mason Mount? How's the 60 million drop flop? Mason Mount for your team. What's it? How many goals did he score for you?
200 million.
How many goals did he score for you? Come on.
200 million in your midfield.
At least Cole Palmer. When we signed Cole Palmer, mate. When we got Cole Palmer. At least he scored more goals than Mason Mount. And how much did we pay for Cole Palmer? How much did we pay for Cole Palmer? How much did we pay for Cole Palmer?
Conversation, guys. A conversation is one person and then the other one can talk after the other one.
I'm not saying to this guy here, yeah? How much did you pay for Mason Mount? How many goals and assists has he done for you? Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo, Erik Cantona's number 7 shirt is playing CDM. Ten Hag is a really good manager, isn't he? But how much did we pay for Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer's got more goals than Mason Mount this season.
So,
how much did we pay Roberto Sanchez?
Mason
He's
Mount
kept more
has been
clean
on the
sheets than
bench, though.
Onana. He kept more
Mason Mount
clean
has
sheets
been
than
on the bench.
Onana. How
Mason Mount has been on the bench, bro.
Who?
Mason Mount has been on the bench. That's the
Oh,
best
on the
Chelsea
bench.
could
60
offer is a
60
bench
million.
form at
Oh,
Manchester United.
It's 60 million. He's been on
The
the bench.
best
A
Chelsea
60
can
million
offer is a
price
bench
tag on that
warmer for
fucking player.
Manchester
Don't
United,
keep
bro. It's
playing
just
on Man
levels to
United.
the
He's on the
game.
bench.
That's how life is.
And
You
I'm
know what I
fucking
mean? Like,
hearing
we have
excuses for
for the
United
best
fans now.
good,
Oh,
there's
60
levels
million
to
pound player. Wait, you're talking
it's
to
not
a
the
60
same,
million
bro.
price tag player, yeah? You spent at Chelsea. It's on the bench.
You
I
know,
would
though, I
have
know
to
you
mute
are.
him. I muted him. I muted him. I muted you too, Mark. Hold on. We need to talk, guys. We need to talk. Like
A
this
60
is
million pound player on the fucking bench.
listen. Chelsea then. The assignment was simple today. You could not complete the assignment. Beat Brentford, bro. This is not Brentford away. Brentford at your own home. I thought, like, come on, man. No, let's be real. There's something that's wrong with Pochettino. Last time you were here, Chelsea, then you were talking about Hansi Flick. Are you still siding with Pochettino? Are you still? Where are you?
Hey, my boy, I'm not gonna blame Pochettino for this situation. You know, you should. I've told you that from one start, my boy. You know that. I'm not blaming Pochettino. What name me one elite quality on that bench. Name
Chelsea
me.
bench.
What? Look, Man Gusto did get really well against Arsenal last week. Yeah. Now he's pulled up. He was meant to play today, and he pulled up a slight thigh injury. Right. We've got Balotelli just come back from injury. Yeah. Right. Ain't fully fit. Got Nicholas Jackson. Right. Ain't fully fit. He's come back from South Africa. Yeah. Right. We had to play Disassi at left back. Right. Or right back, whatever. Yeah, right back. Yeah, I had to play him right back because Gusto caught a slight injury in the warm up in the training ground at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, so he couldn't play. Reece James has come back from injury, so he's not gonna risk Reece James coming back from injury to and get injured again, in it.
When is Reece James never coming back from injury? But go ahead.
But when you spend 1 billion players on non-experienced players like Enzo Fernandez injured, yeah. Right, weren't playing today, yeah. So you got a team with non-experienced talent mentality players on the pitch, yeah, still young, still we collapsing. Like, look at Man United situation, right? They have experience. You got Ferrans, you got Casemiro's, you got Rashford who can't even score for you, yeah. You have like Anthony, 100 million worth of player who can't.
I wouldn't say Antony and experience go together, but go ahead. It's 3 players.
Still experience. Play Champions League football, yeah? Agree?
Yeah,
Champions League football.
He's 21, 22, but go ahead.
Jordan Sancho don't get in a team who's a better player than you. When he comes to you, made him worse. That tells you something. You got Luke Shaw, yeah? Right?
Okay.
Experience, yeah? You have all them players who've got experience more than what Chelsea have.
Four players.
No, you got McTominay, who's experience.
Experience that not being consistent.
The guys
that's the only experience. Go ahead.
Right, listen, the guys at Man United want this. What's this Scottish clown out of your club? Yeah, who's doing bit for you? Who's actually got you goals by fluke? Yeah, but like when you scored your own goal, that's right. Yeah, but you still in your team. You got Martial, who's experienced. You have experience.
He's experienced on laying in bed. That's what makes Martial is experienced.
Harry Maguire, like, who scored for you, yeah?
Experience. Okay, all right. I'm gonna let.
We have Thiago Silva and Reece James on who's experienced in that team. Just that, right? Reece James is who's coming back from injury. But we lost to Brentford today, yeah, because the situation is, we haven't got our full squad and we're struggling. We need a top goalkeeper, yeah. Roberto Sanchez is a mid-average, right, goalkeeper, but he's done better than Onana this season, and that's facts, right? But he's still average goalkeeper, yeah. He's kept more clean sheets than Onana. How many clean sheets has Onana since he's been with you? I can't even name one.
Okay. You mind if I give a little?
You had your chance. Let Mark speak. Let Mark speak now, Chelsea. Then go ahead, Mark. Have him.
Like I just hearing excuses upon excuses. Like, somebody needs to go and invest some money into Mandate brand because the outer plasters, right? At the end of the day, you all spend $1 billion. You all claim you have a $200+ million midfield that's supposed to be amazing. You're going to be finishing top 4. This is what Chelsea fans have been saying. You all Ten Hag should be sacked because you all see no football, blah, 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 yada, yada. Manchester United is not performing well. Well, we have points ahead of you all. You all are not performing well. Now your players are suddenly inexperienced after you all spent $200+ million on them. So, Poch was the greatest coach. Now, Poch is still better than Ten Hag. He has never won a trophy in England, not even a Carabao. So, I don't know what to say. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that your team are shit. I'm saying that you're all in a rebuild, and if
your team are not shit, but they smell like it. Is that what you're saying?
No. I say the team in a rebuild now. So maybe if you all acknowledge that as fans and say, you know what, we in a rebuild process. We're not finishing top 4, but if we finish top 4, we are lucky.
What did Pochettino make?
When you talk about your team is so much better than Manchester United, you have a better midfield, you have a better defense, you have better players here, better players there. Then you talk about experience now because you're losing.
Name our better defense. Right? Who's our better defense? Come on.
What?
Who's got a bad defense?
Apart from Thiago Silva, name me one good best defender centre back in our team.
What do you mean, Thiago Silva?
Apart from Thiago Silva, whose name is apart from Reece James, who's been out injured. Who? Disasi. He's dog shit. He's
he was only a big defender in the first 2 games.
He's crap. Disasi's one of the best centre backs in the world. Is this guy delusional? He knows football.
No,
Leroy Crowell. Is he good? Is he one of the best centre backs?
I said he was one of your best centre backs.
He's one of our best centre backs. He's
Chelsea, Leroy Crowell is good. I'll go ahead and defend him.
He's
another Koulibaly. Leroy Crowell. Oh my God, this guy's still young, and you're saying he's class. This guy, we don't make excuses like Man United. Yeah, we don't make excuses. Right, listen to my facts here. Yeah,
listen. Yeah.
You say Pochettino's never won a league, right? Fair enough. Yeah, but it's made more successful players than what your Ten Hag's done in history. Yeah, it's made all like Harry Kane one of the best players in the world. It's made Son one of the best players. It's made Wanyama one of the best players in the world. It made Alderweireld, he made Vertonghen, all these got one of the class players in the world.
What they win? What any of them win? What any of them win? What have they won?
Hang on.
Harry Kane never won a trophy in his
Harry
life.
Kane, one of the best top.
In 10 seasons,
Harry
he never
Kane
won shit. He's
is
not
one
the
of the best top Premier League.
He's a goal scorer. The end.
With Alan Shearer. He's
a goal scorer. The end.
He made Harry Kane one of the best strikers in the history of Premier League.
The end. The end. He's not one of the best at
nothing.
Your
can't do that.
He's never scored a goal that won a title.
Name me one striker for your team who's in top of them for history and then tables, mate.
Conversation. Dialogue.
Football power. Yeah, one football power, and also this guy is delusional, because the thing, he's made Harry Kane one of the best top Premier Leagues in history, like Alan Shearer, he's top. Never, Ten Hag can't even do that in any other European
How is he like
and also, one football power, right? Then also, you're talking about 1 billion. 1 billion what? You're saying Enzo Fernandez, who's played like 7 games for Benfica and was the player of the year in the World Cup, makes him world-class talent midfielder.
He was the player of the year in the World Cup, the young player of the tournament.
What we were in the World Cup. Give him a round of applause.
He was the young player of the tournament.
How much did Benfica pay for him at River Plate?
What, $6 million? For?
Oh, 6 million. That's good price tag, isn't it? Good price tag.
United could have bought Enzo Fernandez for £2 million.
These owners, American Yankees, do not know nothing. American people,
listen to me. Let me just say something right now before you go.
But these television merchants spend $1 billion on non-experienced players.
Let me just explain something to you, right? Ralph Ragnick was getting Enzo Fernandez for $2 million. He was getting Julian Alvarez for $1.5 million, right? He was getting Nkuku for 20.
Whoa! Jude Bellingham again! Stand up for Jude! Stand up for Jude.
Oh,
Put
Jude
some
Bellingham,
respect.
class. Jude Bellingham, class, man.
6 o'clock.
2 goals in El Clasico. What?
Who's Real Madrid playing against?
Barcelona, mate.
Barcelona.
Oh, what?
The man have a
What's
double
the score?
on a Clasico.
What's the score?
Okay. He slowly becoming a cult hero
2-1.
at Real Madrid. He becoming a cult hero. He's a cult hero at Madrid already. Today's cult hero day.
Yeah. Jude Bellingham will
cult
do that
hero
in
at
the Spanish
Madrid.
league, though, won't he? He will do it in the Spanish league. He's world class. Jude Bellingham's just class. It's outstanding. It's doing bits for Real Madrid. But what I'm saying is what. Yeah, today. It fucked up Pochettino. But with Pochettino, he got Tottenham into the final of the Champions League, where Ten Hag won't never do that.
They didn't win nothing though.
Right, but
how many finals?
they should have won against Liverpool.
Listen to my foot.
No. Listen up, yeah. That Tottenham and Liverpool game, Liverpool had to cheat that game. Pochettino should have won that, yeah. I watched the game. The first half of Tottenham was all over Liverpool. They should have had 2 penalties, and Liverpool should have been down to 10 men.
He won nothing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he might not won nothing, yeah.
This is not what about. This is not what.
It's one more cups than Ten Hag. What are you on about?
What more cups he won?
What did he not win?
Go to PSG and win the league on.
He won the 2.
I could coach PSG and win league on. Probably reach our Champions
League. Oh yeah, Ten Hag could do in Ajax. Because in Dutch league, it's more shit league than in the Paris league.
Stop the hype, bro.
Paris league in the French league. It's more clinical than the shit Dutch league.
Has PSG ever beaten Madrid?
Ten Hag is one of the best managers. He's the next.
Has PSG ever beaten Liverpool?
Under
Pochettino.
Yeah, PSG did beat Liverpool. Yeah.
Under Pochettino.
Yes.
When?
Last
bro.
when he was there. Messi scored 2 goals past them. 2-0. PSG.
Papi. When
but
it was not even when
the thing with me, I'm going to say to him where I can't.
You know who was the coach when PSG beat Liverpool?
I say to you, look, yeah.
Do you know who the coach was?
Pochettino this season.
It was Tiki, bro.
This season, we're in a new development squad, right? We're like this team, yeah. Once we get Nkunku and the Victor Osimhen in that team, we're gonna gel. Next summer,
you're going to spend 170 million for Victor Osimhen.
You men signed Nkunku a long time ago. I never seen him. I never seen an Nkunku celebration. What's up with him? What?
No, but one power, he's injured, yeah, and he's now warmed up, and he's actually back for the next game. So he will be playing against Man United. So it's good news there, and Balashili and Reece James is all in back. So,
bro, you know what Man United going to do? You're going to make it change in midfield in the first 20 minutes like we did last season.
Mate? How's your Qatarians at Man United? Redcliffe, how's Redcliffe? $2 million chairman. Your club's in the but you want to worry about your club, mate. Your club's in the budget of Jimmy Redcliffe. He just bought about 0.5% Man United. Oh, we're getting a Qataris. We're going to get the man Mbappe. We're going to get a Neymar. We're going to be the richest club in history. No clubs want to buy fucking Man United because your club's in the mud. And you talk about you want to worry about your club, and then you struggle against Copenhagen on a penalty. When you get snapped up tomorrow, I'll be on one ball. I'll be on football powerhour. Yeah,
it's a good thing we watching this Barcelona.
Hey, mate, your club's worse than us, mate. Your club. We'll see who finishes where. Yeah, because I think by the end of the month, yeah. If Ten Hag carries on the way he's doing, he's getting sacked because you struggle.
Pochettino getting sacked before Ten Hag.
No, he ain't. Pochettino's not going to get sacked because he's got back. Because in January, he's getting back to buy the players in January because Nuno Madueke is getting sold.
He just spent $1 billion.
We got Victor Osimhen
in January. He just spent how much million? Pochettino just spent like 500 million. Pochettino just spent 500 million, bro.
Is this guy
and he spent more money
and how
than
much
Ten Hag spent in 2 seasons,
right, listen, yeah. Right, yeah. We spent 1 billion because we sold a lot of players, yeah?
Bro, forget how much players you sold.
But if you know, if you actually know your football knowledge,
about 300 million.
In fact, yeah, if you know your football knowledge,
yeah.
The more team who spent more in that camp, Nats, it's Man United, Man City, and Arsenal. We've only spent 53.5
We're not talking about
million.
net spend, bro. We're talking
Net
about
spend,
spend.
mate.
You spend $1
no matter
billion
when we
in 2
spend
years,
1
in
billion,
18
we're
months, you
still
spend $1
less.
billion, and
We're
we're
still
talking
less
about
spenders
United and
in
City, bro.
in
You still have
history,
the
mate.
you still have the
Man
ball to
United
talk
and
about
Man
United
City
and
spent
City, bro.
more.
For
The
real?
height that Arsenal spent one
You are cojones the size of coconuts, bro.
171.5 billion in net spend, yeah, and we still haven't even spent that much.
Cojones, bro.
Man
Cojones.
United spent 126.5 billion, and Chelsea still hasn't even gone that high that spend category. We spent 53.5 million.
And in 18 months spending $1 billion.
53.5 billion.
That's two different things, bro.
So what's the excuse? You spent more. You, Man United, Man City, and Arsenal spent
Over
more
10
than
years.
Chelsea
In a decade.
in 10 years.
In a decade. How old are you, bro?
In 10
Wow.
years. You spent more than us in 10 years. And we still
cool. You spend more than any other football club on the planet in 18 months.
Wait, football one fail, yeah? I will send
Yeah.
you something. On my YouTube, I did a watch long that day at Arsenal game, yeah?
Yeah.
And this Man United clown came in my space, in my chat, yeah, trying to chat shit about our club, yeah? Right? So I gave him the facts and the knowledge, yeah? And he soon shotted it up, yeah? Because I've got him on my show, yeah? Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool, yeah? Man City is in that full category. In 10 years, you've lot have spent more money than Chelsea in 10 years in history in that spend. So that tells you something, yeah.
Okay, but then let me narrow it down to who spent the most money in the last
because we
18
spent
months.
1 billion this year. Have you actually
Who spent the most money in the last 18 months?
This guy. I don't know.
Net spend is a lie.
He's
my God.
waffling. This guy's waffling. He doesn't know his football knowledge. He doesn't
Wrap
know
up your points, guys.
Right,
I'm
Can
not
we wrap up
disagreeing
the
with you,
final?
Chelsea. We spend more than you over a decade. You spend more than any club in history in 18 months.
Let Chelsea land his point for the last minute. Chelsea, then land your final point.
Oh, no, land afterwards, right? Right.
Yes.
So, this guy doesn't know football knowledge, yeah?
Why doesn't he know football knowledge?
Well, okay, because how many players did we sell at Chelsea last season?
A lot. Y'all shipped half your team to
so all that money, what we sold last season, we had to invest players again from the players. We sold 22 players last season. 22 players. And you mugs like Man United spent 60 million that Mason Mount can't even score for you. We sell Kai Havertz as Arsenal mugs, 65 million. We sell Koulibaly's 35 million we sold a lot of players. So all the players we sold, we didn't have a team for this season then. We only had like 7 or 8 players. So we made a big fair enough to Todd Bowley and Barley, yeah. They invested a lot of money on selling all these players. So the money what we sold on them players, the money what we sold on players, what we spent on that money on what we sold the players to buy the players back for the team. So effectively, it comes up to 1 billion worth of players. But the thing with Sky Sports, are so delusional. It's not actually 1 billion we spent, because if you actually think of us when we sold a lot of players last season, that money what we sold on them players, what we replaced spending that money on back of what we got, like the Cole Palmers, the Nuno Maduekes, the Lavius, the Caicedos, and all that lot. So if you add the Caicedo for 150 million, you add the Lavia for like 60 million, that comes up, at 1 billion. So if you actually knew your football knowledge and actually know about Chelsea Football Club and try and talk shit about that we spent 100 billions, in crisis, we did spend 1 billion, but we sold a lot of players, like 22 players, that equals 465 million worth of money back on these players. And what we sold, I had to buy back. Because when we sold 22 players, we had only 6 players. So you saw it's like 6 players. So we bought the Cole Palmers, the Jackson for replacements. So
Chelsea, then I want you to wrap up your point. So you've made the net spend point clear. Go to your final point so that we hear from Mark and Mark's closing statement.
So the next point is, so whatever we spend, on our spend that spend, we're the lowest club in 10 years history still is spending less money more than what Man United's done, Arsenal's done, Liverpool's done, and Man City. So, but what's my question to you? All you Man United fans were hyping up, are you getting the Qatarians in? And I said to day one that no club won't want to buy your club because your club's in the mud. Now you've got Jimmy Redcliffe, who's worth 2.5 million, who's so poor.
Yeah.
What's going on with your club? Because you're crying out for your owners to be sold.
All right.
And now
I like the argument. You ended it with a question.
In the mud! Crying in mud!
We're going to mute you now, and I'm going to let Mark respond because, Mark, he made a point about net spend, right? Okay. And then he also he posed a question at the end, bro. Respond, and then let's wrap up this.
Let me start with the question at the end because I just like to start a little bit differently. So okay, if we get in Jim Ratcliffe because it's not confirmed. If we get in Jim Ratcliffe, so be it. We don't need a billionaire to make our club great. We are the greatest football club in English history, bro. Right? So at the end of the day,
repeat that.
Could say we are the greatest club in English history, right? So at the end of the day, whether or not we get the Qataris or we get
yourself,
you're joking. We now don't board your club back. You ain't no greatest club in history.
I'm gonna have to remove him from the stream. Go ahead.
So at the end of the day, the facts remain. We are still the greatest club in English history. So whether we get bought from Qataris or we get bought from Jim Ratcliffe, in the next 10 years, I still believe we will win more titles than Chelsea under any ownership because we are united. But
what? Are you delusional?
We have a good coach.
What your club comes to Champions League,
bro. I didn't interrupt you, bro. Calm down.
Exactly.
Don't worry. Talking about net spend before. You talking about spend over a decade and 5 different managers, right? Talking about a spend you had in the last 18 months under 2 different managers, which is, let me say, without net, $1 billion.
And in the last 20 years, we won more cups than you.
Pause.
Might keep him at the backstage.
We're talking about right now. Chelsea fans claim this season, after the $1 billion spend, is they're going to win the league. We are going to be top 4. We are going to do this. We are going to be cooking. Pochettino is amazing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, the reality is that you all bought a lot of young talent that has to grow. Pochettino has to coach these talents to get better, and you will eventually get to where you want to go. We agree on that. You in a rebuild, United in a rebuild. We are season ahead in our rebuild. You are season behind. Now, whereas I will not say that we are similar is because our rebuild taken a different course. We didn't go with a full reset like you did. So we are not the same. No, you might say you have a better situation because you get all the new players and the manager could now decide who he wants to make his staff.
Can I ask you a quick question? Which Chelsea fan base has ever said that Pochettino, we are back, we're going to be top 4 this season, and that we're going to win the Premier League? Because
you're watching Football Terrace.
Because half the Chelsea fans, Hold on. Because half the Chelsea fans are delusional if they think we're going to be top 4 this season. We are on a such a rebuild,
but listen,
next year,
I land my club.
But you got to understand, I land it on my club, even Football Power, I ain't no delusional fan base to think
never said
Chelsea
you would.
Top 4 this season.
I did not say you
but
would.
You're saying no.
I said Chelsea fans.
Chelsea then. Mark, let you finish your point. Let him finish his point, and then you can finish the conversation when we wrap up.
I'm gonna let him finish. But I'm just saying. Yeah, but he's saying Chelsea fans. I'm a Chelsea fan. But I've never come out my words saying actually no football one power, my mate. I've always spoke to you.
Are you the only Chelsea fan?
Right now, Chelsea, Dan, you're like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Chelsea Football Club is the best club in the world. Like, no,
I'm not saying they're the best club in the world, but you gotta understand this, We're in our heritage. We are the top. We've done it all, and actually, we've won more cups for the last 20 years than what Man United's won in history. So you can't really compare. Since you're Alex Ferguson prime times, that's when you won cups. When you had Jose Mourinho,
last 20 years,
you won fuck
bro,
all.
like,
Come on, man. And you're going to win the Premier League with Ten Hag. Are you serious? Seriously, Ten Hag.
bro.
Ten Hag is like...
When I get to finish, let me know now, bro. When you're ready for me to talk, let me know, right?
But ask the question. I want a quick question for you, yeah? How far are you going to go far in this Champions League? Because you scraped the win against Copenhagen. Yeah,
I'll
but
be
you ain't
honest
getting
with you,
over.
bro. I will be totally 100% honest with you, because my opinion as a United fan is, as long as we could get out of the group stage, I am okay. Because my team is not there yet. We are Manchester United in name only at the moment, right? My team is not there yet. But I see that, if my team gets some additions and the style of play start to ingrain in the players, we could end up in a situation where it could be very positive. And next season, we will be back in the Champions League. That's my honest opinion. But I'm not taking away from...
What's going on with Rashford then? Why is Rashford not scoring the goals?
Yeah, well, bro, like at the end of the day, you're talking about a player that I questioned for the last 2.5 seasons because he has not been it. So whereas I could go and make criticisms about each and every player that you have, I am not doing that. Right? To prove my point, because I could do that and prove my point easily.
Poor for you and all, and
bro, listen, you Chelsea, not you, right? But it have other Chelsea fans on different platforms like the Football Terrace, like Chelsea TV, like there's go on Hassan stream, that's football, and talk about Chelsea, and all of them think that Chelsea is going to be finishing top 4 ahead of Manchester United this season. And as a football fan, I think that's disingenuous, because Chelsea finished 12th last season and Man United finished 3rd. And whereas even though United might not be performing well at the start of the season, there's only 9 games. And there's 20-something games left.
Listen, some of these Chelsea fan base who goes on Football Terrace, are delusional. They talk waffle.
All right, but I was not referring to you specifically.
They're too far up Todd Bowley and Egg Bolly's arse. And because they wanted like the Mason Mount, the experienced players out of our club, they want Reece James out, because Reece James is not good enough. They want Raheem Sterling gone to the Aberbats. Yeah, look what he's been doing. If it weren't for him and Cole Palmer in that team, we wouldn't be where we are. But the thing is,
all right, cool. But the same time, listen. At the same time, I could say to you this, right?
Yeah.
You technically having a worse season than Ten Hag had last season when he took over Manchester United, with less spend, less new players, and a worse team, right? So,
but if you want to compare yourself to United this season, buying experienced players, like he bought the Casemiro, who's got experience in that team. But with our team,
I understand that.
With our jellyfish merchants of owners who do not know nothing about fucking football, they know about basketball and fucking whatever, fucking American cricket or baseball. That's what they only know. Yeah, that's what they only know. Right? They're bringing young talents who's non-experienced in this team, just never won the Premier League, never won a Champions League, they haven't got no knowledge. This team, what we've got, you're relying on Jackson, who's won fuck all in history. He's never won nothing. Yeah, you have Enzo Fernandez, who's the most successful at Argentina, because he had the experience in his teams like the Lionel Messi, the Di Maria's in that pivot and that. Yeah, that's why he came to be the player of the year for Argentina.
Because if we didn't have them in that team, young player of the tournament.
The young whatever it was, the young player of the year.
Right, because there was a player of the tournament. And there's a young player of the tournament.
But then, so what? The World Cup's totally different, to like leagues, Like you play different, you have different categories of different players, Argentina won that year of the World Cup,
on penalties.
But is he worth 120 million? No, he's not, because the thing is, because he got that, so that Benfica put up to 120 million, right? You can't tell me, right? Leroy Colwell, right? Yes, he's going to be a great succeed to be a good centre back in the future. This team, what we've got, it's going to at least take 2 years till we deliver to become good. Once we got a proper striker like Victor Osimhen, because he wants Chelsea, and once we got a decent, experienced goalkeeper, and once you have the Lavia and Caicedo and Enzo actually in that pivot playing good together, because that's quite a good best midfield there. It's going to make them succeed. But we're lacking out a striker. They spent half a billion, right? You could say 1 billion, yeah, in the price, yeah. But that 1 billion, right? You can't tell me that 1 billion they couldn't spend a proper top, because Nicholas Jackson wasn't actually going to be our main striker. He was going to be a backup striker, right?
All right, okay, but okay, all right. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Let me ask you some questions now, bro, because I just
and
want
what's
to
Cole
understand.
Palmer's
Because
role?
at the end of the day, it seems to me like
Cole Palmer's number 10.
saying,
He's in our role, number 10.
Okay.
You're saying like you missing a striker and an experienced goalkeeper is what you seem to be saying, right? That's what you're missing in your team, right? So if you have, let's not wait before you answer. If you get Victor Osimhen, and let me say you get Magnumon from AC Milan or something, right? A top keeper, Donnarumma. Let me just say, right? They get Victor Osimhen and they get Donnarumma, right? In January. Where you see Chelsea finishing?
So we won't get the Donnarumma this year. We won't get the Man in January.
Okay. I'm just saying, listen, we speak in perspective. You
guys, hold on for a second. Before you answer that
question, to sell Donnarumma in January.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't happening. I don't think it ain't happening. Chelsea, again, listen to this. Before you answer this real quick, I want to just say to anybody that's tuning in right now, believe it or not, this was a La Liga live chill along. We've been talking for 20 minutes. I don't know what we've been talking about. It's been net spend and but we've been watching Barcelona versus Real Madrid, and guess what? We have somebody who supports Barcelona with us. I want to hear real quick from him, like, what the hell happened? Yo, my bro, big up to you, bro. Why are people booing? What happened? Is Jude Bellingham that good?
I think we became complacent.
You became complacent?
Yes. In the second half, man, we lost it. After 10 minutes into the second half, it was like nothing was working, and everything was working for Real Madrid.
Bro.
I thought Real Madrid. I thought their best was a draw, because we were going to win.
Yes, fair point. You guys hit the post 2 times.
Yes, I thought it was. And it's. I guess part of the reason is also we didn't play in our stadium, in our home. So.
Wait, what do you mean you didn't play in your home? It was a Camp Nou. Get out of here, man.
Is he a boss?
All I saw was the thing you have on the logo. Take that thing out.
Is he a Barcelona fan? He's a
Barcelona fan.
I feel sorry for you, Barcelona or Barcelona. That's what I call you, Barcelona, not Barcelona.
Yo,
Barcelona.
Shut out here, bro. Chelsea down, you on violation out here. You are
only called Barcelona. They're not Barcelona, are they? They used to Barcelona with Messi. They're Barcelona.
I'll give kudos to Bellingham, man. The guy.
Yeah. He's definitely cooking something. I think Mark was saying that it's too soon to call him world class. Where are you with that? Is it too soon or not?
I think so too. It's too soon. It's too soon. There is I think he's still, and I believe he himself is he's surprised.
How is this too soon?
Yeah, well,
it's La Liga, and he knows, he's aware that there are a lot of great players in that league, and he's doing his best, and he's playing for Real Madrid. Real Madrid is such a big, big club, and he's doing his best.
Oh, when they have Mbappe next season, they're going to start cooking Real Madrid.
You know,
You want to know something, guys?
Broken owners not going to be the same ones. Mbappe's at Real Madrid, man, with Jude Bellingham in that team. Oh, my God, man.
But, guys, I feel Mbappe, Real Madrid dead, and dream dead, and that's my opinion. I feel his dream to Real Madrid is dead. And I think part of that reason will be because of Bellingham. Because they would no longer need him. And they have Endrick. They just pay 6 million.
They got it.
Wait. Are you saying they don't need Mbappe anymore?
No, man.
Bro, listen to me.
No, I agree. I disagree on that. I disagree on that.
And you watch that PSG game against Newcastle, you're not paying 200 million for Mbappe, bro. You mad or what?
Yeah, no. But the thing is with him, why when you saw Newcastle PSG, you got to understand, man. Mbappe doesn't want to be at Newcastle PSG. I don't think he had his heart set on that Champions League. He didn't look happy playing for PSG,
bro.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Right? I want you to hear him out clearly on this, right?
All right, brothers. I gotta run.
Football. Later, bro. Football, bro.
Better like next time.
It's a competition sport, right? It's a meritocracy. It has nothing to do with he don't want to be there. He getting paid top dollar, bro. Right? He is the star of the team. He have a responsibility to the club. If he decide to play for the club, whether if he want to be there or not, bro, because Ronaldo wanted to go to Madrid. He tell Fergie he'll give him 1 more year. He scored the most goals ever that season. Right? Understand what I'm showing you? David Beckham, same thing. There are other players who went to Madrid. Kaká, them fellas, when they know they was going since the year before, they say the season, they had some of the best performances. They moved to Real Madrid. You know, it's like it had nothing to do with this. I don't want to be here. If you don't want to be at a club, bro, it's fine. That's all well and good. That's how you feel. But perform well because you have a responsibility as a professional. It's not a child. You know what I mean? So my honest opinion is that this ideology where you're starting to blame a player performance on the fact he don't want to be at the club or he don't like the manager or these kind of thing, that is for children playing at high school and in the academy, bro. That's not for professionals who earn top dollar.
See, my point with Mbappe, yeah, pal, yeah, what it was, yeah. If you actually look back, they wanted him gone to Saudis. They didn't want him to stay. They wanted him out. They wanted him out the club. PSG wanted him gone this summer, but he didn't want to go Saudis because he's got his heart set at Real Madrid. Yeah, so he wanted to stay at PSG.
But even the Saudis, Chelsea, then they were like, "Come play for us for a year, and then you can go ahead and go to Real Madrid."
Giving him 700 million.
But the thing, what it is with the Mbappe situation, why he didn't go. It's because he wants his money and he wants to do his time while he's getting paid at PSG for what he promised. Because he said to them, I want to do my end of my contract with PSG and then after that go to Real Madrid. If Real Madrid had the money, Real Madrid, if
Real Madrid have the money, bro.
They didn't have it. They didn't have it because if you actually look on the stats on the who's the owner? Henrique, the Real Madrid chairman. I can't remember his name. The Real Madrid chairman came out a statement. Perez. Yeah, that's it, Perez. Yeah, if you look back, Perez. He came out a statement on La Liga News. Conference, right? They asked him a question about Mbappe. Are you going to get him this season? He said there's not time to get Mbappe's thoughts in this season because we can't afford the money saturated because PSG, right, wanted at least like
300 million.
Yeah, 300 million.
They wanted 150 million and Mbappe wanted 150 million in wages.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so then basically, then and he's got 1 year. He's got 1 year on his contract. He's got 1 year left on his contract at PSG. Yeah, so he stayed at PSG for his 1 year.
He stayed at PSG for his 1 year contract. He cut off.
Yeah, because that's it. After this season, he's a free agent after this season.
Right, but the thing is, right? The problem is not Real Madrid.
He's going Real Madrid. Real Madrid just waiting for him for this end of the season, and he's at Real Madrid.
Right, but PSG don't want to sell. They want to sell him and receive a fee. So it's not really Real Madrid. It's just that Real Madrid, of course. Okay, like understand what I'm saying to you, right? If I want a player and the club want me to pay 150 million, and I know if the player contract run out, I could just pay the player 100 million and extra bonuses, and I get a player without paying the club $1. That's what I want to do. So I will act like this. You know what? We can't afford to purchase that player this season. You understand what I'm saying? Because the plot is to get him to run his contract out. So Madrid could say what they want in a situation like this. That's business, right? But the reality is, bro, Madrid Stadium have a removable football field, a removable roof. You understand what I'm saying? The best facilities you could even dream of, bro. They have robotic test dummies that you could shoot at and tell you how the shot power and where the trajectory of the ball going to end up and all kind of madman thing they have there, bro. Like it's like them players just be running in suits and thing and training like what they'll be using to demograph the FIFA players in the real game. So you could see these players' body movement on a daily, and they have the greatest technology in football right now in Real Madrid. You cannot tell me that they broke. Their stadium is sell out every game, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, the Real Madrid project
have 100 and what? I think it's 115 or 22,000
Yeah, well,
seats.
if you actually look back, they haven't had the money because they was going to technically get Enzo Fernandez, right? And they couldn't afford there was something in debt by their TV, like what Barcelona's got, the TV span. And they had to spend over 10.5 million on a TV collapse. Basically, that had to.
Yeah, but bro, at the end of the day, it's no profit to a club paying 100 million for any player, bro. Understand what I'm saying to you here, right?
Yeah.
Real top clubs will not pay 100 million for anybody. You know why? Because they are a top club. They don't have to do it. Understand what I'm saying? Real Madrid will spend 90 million. They will spend 80 million. But you see that
the landscape has changed, though, Mark.
Bro,
I have to disagree with that one.
How
and
much
say,
Real Madrid pay for Jude Bellingham?
But all the European,
not 100, sure.
90 million, right?
Yeah.
Bellingham would have cost any English club.
But yes, I see where you're coming from. Yeah,
listen, you gotta remember something. The landscape has changed in certain instances. Certain clubs have a history, and that grandeur bigger than the landscape changing. Because a player wanting to go and play for a club is more powerful than the price the club want to sell him for, especially when his contract not it on the end. They have to listen to me. You have to understand it from the perspective of, yes, we understand all those things, but some of those things are like just is negotiation tactics, bro.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, you can't like, okay, Manchester United just turned over historic record-breaking profits this season, $648 million, right? And we have debt in the tune of over $1 billion.
Yeah, you're 900 something million debt. So, but what I'm trying to say is, all the European football clubs till day one, they haven't got much money what they used to. Like Real Madrid, the PSGs and all that, like they haven't got the money in the salary what they used to have since COVID. When we had that COVID, every single European league just collapsed by the money projects. That's what I'm saying.
England too.
But that's why the Premier League's got more money. If you actually look, the Premier League's got more money.
All right. This person has more money. That one has more money. Guys,
Barcelona and Real Madrid is earned.
Barcelona hasn't got no money now.
If there's 100% of the sponsorship rights for viewership, Barcelona is earning 20%. Real Madrid is earning 20%, and the rest of the clubs divide the other 60%.
20 million on Frankie de Jong.
Somehow,
they still own more money on Frankie de Jong. That's why Frankie de Jong won't leave Barcelona, because they're in much rent arrears. They own all the players in Barcelona's team. They own Frank de Jong a lot of money. They haven't paid.
You call them Barcelona, but this is one thing I have to say about them. Like, I respect the fact that they can be in the mud financially. They got entangled with the Messi thing. When Messi's exit happened, it was all just like, they're struggling. But one thing you have to respect about Barcelona is like they do whatever means necessary in a transfer window to make funds. We've heard of stuff where they say they've activated a new lever. Like, what the hell does that mean? And then they have now access to funds. They've sold 20% of that TV rights. You're like, what? How why doesn't Man United do that when in the mud? Barcelona does whatever, by any means. They know that, like, if it means generating some, letting go of like something right now for a future gain, they do that. So you have to respect Barcelona as much as
but
we
not
call
only that, too, right? But here the next thing,
yeah,
the major factor with that,
you have to respect
players
them,
want to
they're
go to
still in
Barca.
debt. They're in a big debt. They're financial, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
FFP has been on their backs for the last 3 years now, and no one want to know how they're buying these players. But even
Because
though
the
they're buying these
players
players
want
like
to
Christopher
go.
Dembele, they're sold to PSG. They're in a big, massive debt in their financial, yeah. And yes, they're getting their financial by their TV projects, what they've got in Spain. That's how they're earning that money to buy. But that money, what they're getting the TV, they're buying the players, yeah. But they're in a massive crisis of debt. They're 2.5
Totally
billion
agree
in
with you
debt.
there.
Now
Totally
they
agree
still
with you,
have to
but
pay the crisis on that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
listen, bro, you can never discount the fact that they have a greater pull than most clubs in the world. If Barcelona come knocking for a player in your team, they will probably consider going. It's the same thing. Like, it have few clubs in the world that they could come knocking and players will go. You understand? Real Madrid, Barcelona, United, even Liverpool, even Chelsea to some extent. Players, once you come calling, they come in. And that is put the club that they at in a disadvantage, bro. So I understand
No, it's fact. No,
they
it's
broke,
facts. Yeah,
and
it's
I
facts. What
understand
you're
that they're under the pressures and whatever, but you have to give them credit. They still have the pull to get
they
players
do.
to
They
want to
do.
go there.
It's good. It's good. They
Because
still
look
got the
at
pull.
Arsenal. Arsenal was paying 80 million cash for Rafinha, and he decided to go and take a deferred salary in Barca, bro.
Bro, that's the part where, like, that part, like, I'm just like having that kind of pull where if a player wants you, the transfer price is affected in a different way. Also the length of the contract, how much that player has left on the contract. The stories of people like Rafinha taking pay cuts to be able to play there, bro. That's what we need at United, man. We need players that want to play for the badge and that want to. It's not about the money. It's about the childhood dream that you talked about earlier.
Having a player like Marcus Rashford on your squad will stop players like that doing that, because here why? They will look at Marcus Rashford as a barometer. And I will be real with you. If we remove last season, the only thing he signifies how to earn a living at a club without being at your best. I'm being honest. So like, when you say that too, you have to always remember that having certain brand name players in a club, when the club make a poor decision towards who they're gonna, build the team around, it will create a bad atmosphere for all players coming in as well. So this is why I would say that United different from Chelsea, because we have a whole kind of toxic atmosphere that we're working through right now. And I being honest, I back the manager to work through it, because his disciplinary actions and the way he's doing it is the rightest form of actions. Get whoever don't want it, get out. And if fans don't like it, fans don't like it. We don't have
Compose agrees with you, Mark. Let's close the stream, guys, with a final question for Chelsea Dan from Khan saying, bro, ask Chelsea Dan how much will oh gosh, I should have read the question before. Okay. Ask Chelsea then how much Chelsea will spend now to win Premier League or top 5. What is that target now? Is it 4 billion or 5 billion or even 6 billion? Or close the club down and call it a social nightclub? What are you going to say to that, Chelsea Dan?
I don't listen to a guy called Imran Khan who talks waffle and talks shit out of his own ass. So when you figure out your own financial fair plays on your own club, how they're in the mud, then come back to us, because for a minute this is a whole new team, and it's going to take them till 2 years to redeliver. And once they do and play and gel as a team, and actually learn how to play as a team, we'll be cooking, and we'll be back to our best. But for me, you can laugh at us.
I agree
but
with that.
how many times have you lost to Arsenal? Or like when you say
listen,
Arsenal,
bro.
This question is actually real. Don't be distracted by the troll in the question. The question is how much are you going to
ask you one question. Imran Khan, yeah?
Yeah.
How many times are you going to get the scrappy wins? Because tell me tomorrow if you're going to beat Man City by actually doing something good against them, then fair play. But for a minute, you got a lucky win against Copenhagen in the Champions League by a penny in the last 90th minute.
Yeah.
Onana saved you, fair play. But you're struggling. You struggle to beat Burnley by parking the bus against them, and you struggle to beat Sheffield United by parking the bus against them. Against Sheffield United, by a Sheffield United team, by Sheffield United, what you did, but Sheffield United, yeah, you should be at least beating them by 4-0, but they've had history, you know. But at least we know. But at least I'll say one thing, yeah. I'll say one thing before I go. Right?
Final thing, yes.
Right, final thing, yeah, because you know, as a Chelsea fans, yeah, we know the underdogs. Because if you ask Real Madrid and Barcelona's who they were playing the Champions League, who's a scary team in the Champions League, it's us Blues, not Man United, not Arsenal, not Liverpool. And when you get past that group stages and don't lose to Sevilla in a Mickey Mouse UEFA Cup, come back to us because before a minute,
Chelsea have one.
But Chelsea
win one UCL in there.
Right, now let me land.
Okay.
Ten Hag is the 007 of Michael Arteta. So when you come back and actually finish, if you beat Man City tomorrow, as we know, you're going to get slapped up by 8 goals to 2, like what you did last season by them. Come back to us. Because I tell you what, we lost to Brentford today, because the mistake of Ryan Gusto and no Modric there,
Tell me then.
But
you've played double digit game, okay, in the Premier League.
Let me
do you have double digits?
But football 1 hour. Football 1 hour. But football 1 hour. My boy. How many games has it been?
10.
Oh, 10 games. Is it 22 games have we played?
No, it's 10.
Okay, so 10 games,
we played 9 by the season.
No, Chelsea. We're talking about Chelsea. Chelsea has played 10.
Right. So it's not end of the season yet, isn't it? So it's a long way from Starbucks. So you don't know what the prediction is going to be at the end of the season. Okay. So you can laugh, and we'll wait and see who finishes above. If Man United don't finish top 5, and we do, I'll be hunting you down because Chelsea in the mud. We ain't.
You'll be hunting us down the same way this guy is hunting down.
When Nkoku comes back, we'll be cooking. But we're better Sanchez to see goalkeeper. What is he doing out of goals? That's what makes me. This goal needs to be dropped. We need Pegasus for this goal.
Your goalie is hunting the ball down the same way.
But one power. You can laugh about Roberto Sanchez, but he's better goalkeeper than your goalkeeper because he kept more clean sheets than your goalkeeper.
I don't care.
He's the worst goalkeeper in the
Premier. There's a man with gloves chasing a ball on the halfway pitch.
How many clean sheets? Name me one clean sheet is Onana. What's his name? Onana. What's his name?
How you doing? It doesn't matter how you're doing.
How many clean sheets has Onana kept in the Premier League? Tell me. You can't answer it, can you? You cannot answer it. How many clean sheets Onana kept?
Wrap up the stream. I'm not trying to break yesterday's record.
Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Watch long. We're going to do a watch long because we ain't scared of your buddy team.
I'll see you tomorrow. Mancity is playing Man United tomorrow.
I can't wait, and I can't wait to come on the stream and see you cry when you get slapped up by Man City.
No worries, bro.
Come on, City. They own Manchester now. Man City own Manchester. Big up, guys. Up the club. Don't forget, we've done it all. 20 years more trophies than Man United, lads.
Oh, get out of here, Chelsea! Get out of here, man! I had to kick him out. There's no way to end it. But go ahead and lend your point, Mark, and then
I'll just say this, right? Since we were this was a Real Madrid stream, but Real Madrid Barcelona Clasico stream. Let me just end it talking about Real Madrid and Barcelona because I think it was a good game. Like I said earlier, I thought Real Madrid would win 3-2. I thought Barcelona would have scored the first goal. Barcelona did. They looked to dominate the first half, in my opinion. Barcelona was dominant. The second half, well, they came back out. I don't know. Carlo Ancelotti raised that eyebrow to Jude Bellingham and say, "Yo, it's that time." He came up big, 2 big goals. You know what I mean? Like, there's no complaints to say the end of the game. Real Madrid had a very good second half. And I will close off with commenting on the Arsenal game. Wow. Who would have predicted a hat-trick?
We have to acknowledge Arsenal won 5-0 today.
5-0. And Ketia scoring a hat-trick. Amazing.
Shay?
Leading 1-0 at halftime. Scoring 4 goals in the second half. Hats off to them. You know, as Chelsea fans say, United struggled, but we getting results even though we're struggling. It's one of those things where the season United chose to change the style of play and form a style of play this season. So it's obvious that, you know, we're going to have some tough results, not going to look too well. But just like Chelsea Dan said, we've only played 9 games and there's a long season ahead.
It's a long season ahead.
We have like 12 players.
Actually, Chelsea Dan used an expression I liked. He said it's a long way to Starbucks. I was like, I've never heard that.
It's a long way to Starbucks. So, like, you know, by the time you reach to grab the coffee, you know, I still, as a United fan, would bet my life that, you know, Chelsea is going to finish at least 2 places below us as usual. Because, you know, last season, everyone thought we were going to finish 9th. We finished 3rd place, played in 2 finals. Everybody thought Chelsea was going to do bits. They finished 12th. You know, football is a funny thing. Everybody needs to just back their team. You know, sometimes a team might be in hot form at the beginning of the season, but there's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So I believe United will come good. Ten Hag is cooking something. And while we don't see the highlights in every single game, we might see bits and pieces in some games. You know, eventually it will come together. So you know, hats off. Good stream, good games this weekend. Tomorrow we look forward to the real big game, Manchester United versus Man City. Papi, we'll be here for Chelsea for his cheers again tomorrow when United win 2-1.
That was an amazing closing statement by Mark. Amazing appearance by Chelsea Den. Amazing comments from you, Compost Smurf, staying with us all the way through the conversation. Real Malden being here. This was supposed to be a Real Madrid versus Barcelona stream. But, you know, we also have to talk about what's in front of us. And Chelsea is in the mud FC. West London has a new owner, ladies and gentlemen, and that owner is Brentford, Thomas Frank, and so does Barcelona. Barcelona has a new owner. His name is Carlo Ancelotti or Jude Bellingham. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be here tomorrow. Man United versus Man City. Big game, derby day. Thank you so much. Real Malden says, "Oh, Mick Jagger tears today." Compo says, hopefully Nketiah gets a pay rise. And they should renew his salary, give him a lifetime contract so that Arsenal can stay deep in the mud. Because I don't think like he's the next level kind of player, but you know, he scored a hat trick. We'll see. I haven't seen how the hat trick was. Shout out to Manj, shout out to Khan, Shay as well, Luan France, Kenny, big up to you for pulling up earlier on as well. And one more time, don't forget to hit the like button. My name is botswanapapi. We chilled out with Mark, and tomorrow we will be there.
We will be there. We'll be there.
Bruno Fernandes! It's Fred! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found. And Premier League goal at Old Trafford.
Yeah, every game is an exam. Every time again, as a team and as individual.